Yeah.
Oh, right. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2020 from all of us at Full Time Devils. We are here today. I'm sure at least one of us got a bit of a sore head, maybe.
Why looking at me? I don't drink.
You're the one with the water, mate. That's all I'm saying. We are all here tonight for Arsenal versus Manchester United. In the meantime, before kick-off, make sure that you're getting involved in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We're going to go through our predictions and the team news in a minute, so let us know in the comments if you've got any predictions, what you're thinking about the lineup, is it good or bad? But today, I am joined by Jay.
Alright, you alright?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Good?
Yeah.
Callum, you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure? I wasn't very...
That's the sort of
Come on,
enthusiasm we like.
It's a new year, positivity.
I'm alright.
Come on, guys. Yeah, I'm
New
alright.
Year. Bloody hell, I hate New Year. Does me head in. Anyway.
You alright, though, yeah?
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Oh,
I
cool.
hope the next decade's as good as the last one.
Okay. Thanks for that. That was you should go into motivational speaking.
Mate,
Have you ever considered it?
Yeah, I used to call me Mr. Motivator, but...
Is that because you wear lycra?
Listen, what he does at home is nothing to do with us, Jay. Leave it out. Right, shall we have a look at the lineup? Does anyone want to read it out? Or
One of us should have got it up now.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Have you?
I did have a minute ago anyway. Bear with me. Yeah, so it's David De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw as the back five. Fred, Matic, and Lingard, I think, is your midfield. Probably Lingard in the number 10 role. And Daniel, James, Rashford, and Anthony Martial up front.
who's on the bench?
On the bench is Sergio Romero, Phil Jones,
Hey.
Brandon Williams, Ashley Young,
Hey.
Andreas Pereira,
Hey.
Juan Mata, and that man who's dynamite, Mason Greenwood.
What do you make of that lineup, Jay?
Should we just get to it?
I was going to
straight
say,
away?
shall we just get the
We've
elephant
done well,
out
right?
of the
Because
room?
we've done whatever it is.
How many minutes have we been on,
We've been like
guys?
a minute, 2 minutes without...
And we've not mentioned the P word.
So, yeah.
Let's get it out the way. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Paul Pogba, I think he did travel. Did he travel?
He didn't
No,
travel
he
with
didn't.
the squad,
He
did he?
didn't travel
with the squad. People thought there were rumours that he did travel. Don't know where he's travelling to. Probably Madrid, let's be honest. But he is not on the bench. Didn't get off no team buses, no nothing. He is nowhere to be seen within the Emirates. So, yeah, who wants to start off? I feel like we need to discuss it and then just put it to bed. Like, bury it, lock it, and not discuss it again because it's doing my head in.
Right, first of all, Happy New Year, Liam Jones, who's just said Happy New Year.
Oh.
Yeah, listen, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I've said all along that I think Paul Pogba is a fantastic player. He's arguably our best player, our most talented player. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't want to be here. If that is the case, if this injury isn't really an injury, it's just that his heart isn't in Manchester United anymore and he just wants to move and maybe he thinks he can get a move in January, then it's best for everyone if he moves on, because there's no point in having Paul Pogba at the club if he's not playing.
Yeah.
So whilst I would love him to stay and I'd love Ollie to be able to convince him to stay at United and play for us, if he doesn't want to be here, then we need to move on, because at the moment we haven't got Paul Pogba and we've not had him for months. He's played 76 minutes, I think, in the past 3 months or whatever it is, which isn't enough. Now, I know players get injured, and I'm not saying he's faking an injury, but it just does seem to be a bit of a recurring theme that he has these injuries, he goes away. I remember being at a press conference years ago when Jose Mourinho said he didn't know where he was. He was injured, he said, I don't know where he is. Now, everyone blamed Jose when they fell out, Pogba and Jose fell out, and I can sort of understand that because Jose fell out of everyone.
But it's a recurring pattern.
I mean, Fergie didn't get on with Pogba, there was an issue there. Jose didn't get on with Pogba, there was an issue there. Now, Ollie doesn't seem to be able to get consistent tune out of him. So, if we're not going to see Paul Pogba in United shirt, I think he needs to move on. And I think we need to be able to move on. Because at the minute...
It's like a toxic relationship, isn't it?
I think he's just showing such disrespect in it at the minute.
Yeah.
I think that's what everyone's issue with him is. But the problem, I wouldn't mind selling him. I just don't trust the board to adequately get a replacement in. That's the issue.
No, you're right there. I think there is a big issue there in terms of who do we bring in. If he goes in January, who can we buy now? Christian Eriksen seems like an obvious choice. Is he as good as Paul Pogba? No. But Christian Eriksen playing for Manchester United is better than having Paul Pogba not playing for Manchester United.
Yeah,
that makes
And no
any
replacement,
sense.
I agree.
Yeah, so the worrying thing for me is we just don't see Paul Pogba either again in a United shirt, or as much as we want to see him, as many times as we want to see him, and we don't get a replacement in until the summer, because it's a long, 5 months to the end of the season.
A lot of games.
Yeah, and can we really be relying on the likes of Pereira and Lingard and maybe, you know.
I mean, McTominay's been injured like twice recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, well,
So
that's what I mean. The fact that Paul Pogba's looking like he can't be arsed, and then you've got McTominay who's now injured. We have to bring in midfielders anyway, didn't we? But we even more so do now. So, but I can't see it happening.
It's just a frustrating situation, isn't it?
Keep seeing so many different reports about United want 2 or 3 players in January to Ed Woodward said we probably won't get anyone. It's just I don't know what to believe anymore, to be honest.
No, I don't, and it's sort of like this merry-go-round as well. I seen we were linked with Fernandes the other day, and it's a different Fernandes, isn't it? It's Gedson Fernandes rather than Bruno Fernandes, which is nice, bit of a change.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It is annoying. The only thing I know about that Gedson Fernandes is he was great on Football Manager.
I think that's probably what Ed Woodward knows about him.
Yeah, it probably is.
That's probably why we're in for him.
He was a wonder kid though, which means and they seem to get there right. So you never know, do you?
Hey, one word, Freddie Adu.
No, I think this whole, like what you guys said, it's the disrespect, and like what you said, Jay, no one's disputing the fact that he is a great footballer and he's extremely talented, but it's like this constant recurring theme of him not getting on with people, him disappearing. I mean, if you actually look at his Instagram, I think he's fully taking the piss out of us. Right. Like, he's been... I know
not just taking the piss, fully,
completely. As they say up here, yeah.
As they say in Worsley.
Listen, I'm from the mean streets. Don't start. But no, I mean, whether he was bouncing a basketball, he was playing basketball. Then he was standing front row at Mark Anthony's concert.
Who?
J-Lo's ex.
Have
Mark
you ever
Anthony
seen,
in South America.
What's that film with Denzel Washington? Man on Fire. He's in that.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But it's like, why are you
standing
front row at a Mark Anthony concert when you've got that much money?
I mean,
you could fly him to Manchester and have him perform in your dining room.
I mean, to be fair, what you going to a Mark Anthony concert for?
Yeah. But even if your guilty pleasure is Mark Anthony, you could have rang him up. He's not that popular over in Europe, for example, and say, listen, Mark, come round to mine. I'll pay for your flight. Perform in my dining room while I have my dinner. Like, why is he going all the way over there? It
to be fair, if you've got a few £100, you can probably do that.
Yeah. So
I don't think
is that I don't think
in
he's
demand.
that in
I
demand.
might be wrong.
Maybe in South America, but you know, he's flying all over the place. He's not showing any kind of respect towards the club or the fans, and it's just irritating. And like I say, I'm not disputing the fact that he's a great player. And it would be great to have a fully functioning Paul Pogba, but we're clearly just not going to get it, and we need to just let it go. Like, cut him off and send him on his way.
For me, his best performance was against Arsenal at the Emirates last season when we won. He was fantastic. He was, excuse me, saw that Diet Coke. Other drinks are available, by the way.
New me.
Yeah, so it's a shame because he was fantastic, and you could see him going through that midfield tonight like a knife through butter. But he isn't playing, so we need to look at who is. Get involved in the comments, guys. Let us know what you think about the team news. A few people have already commented about Lingard being in over Pereira. What do we think about that?
I mean, I'll let you go because everyone knows my opinion on Pereira. So.
Yeah, really. I thought you love him, don't you?
Well, this is what everyone's saying, that I'm secretly in love with him and I actually want to marry him. You
said he's one of your top 3 Brazilians at the club. That's what you said.
I don't recall saying that. I can neither confirm nor deny that I said that. So, whatever. You
said he's one of your favourite ever Brazilians to play for Manchester United, post Sir Alex Ferguson.
100%. I stand by that, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair. Do you know what, though? Like, everyone keeps going on about Lingard and, it's his dance floor at the Emirates and all that. Didn't he have, one good game or something?
Whoa!
Or 2 good
controversial!
Alright, 2. Bloody hell. I mean, I played really good for Meadowside once, but it doesn't mean that's my bloody dance floor.
I don't know. I think he has got a good record at the Emirates, Jesse. I know what you mean about the whole dance floor thing, but we're not in a position where we can start being fussy. We've got McTominay out, you've got Pogba out, and I think whilst people can be critical of Jesse Lingard, I think if you look over the last 6 weeks to 2 months, I think it's paper thin margins between him and Pereira, and you can look at that what you want.
Do you know what? No, there was against City. I thought Lingard was class. I thought
that's what I mean.
He was running it.
And I think when he came on against Bournemouth, okay, he wasn't great, but he was better than Pereira, who got subbed. I think against Spurs, I thought he did a job. So you look at it, and over the last 2 months, there's not like Pereira is miles ahead of him, and you're thinking, well, why has he dropped Pereira for Lingard? Just because he used to dance at the Emirates? That's ridiculous. I think neither of them have made that number 10 position their own, in my opinion. I think it's still up for grabs.
Yeah, the thing
that's
is,
a bit of a shame because with Pogba out, we need someone to
Pogba was
grab
never
hold
a
of it.
number 10 for us.
No,
anyway,
it wasn't.
Really, was he?
That's
So
a fair comment.
I think it
But
was just the
that
idea that
attacking
he'd go
midfielder
there.
stroke number 10. No one's really got to grips with it because we know the double pivot is always going to be Fred and another. In this case tonight, Nemanja Matic.
That Freddie's like the main man. I mean, he's just taken over, hasn't he? He's like, all the set pieces, he's like, listen, guys, stand back. I'm in charge. He's like, listen, Ollie, I'll be starting every game until I say otherwise. So he's taking over. I love
this
it.
is what his 14th league start in a row. If I'm
So you know what? Fair
and he's played 90 minutes in all those games
To
as
be
well.
fair, I gave him a bit of
So
stick,
we
but
should
I
beat that price tag.
always said, I always said he'd be a great squad player. But if he can make his, it's a weird advert. If he can, if he can make the position his own, I don't mind him staying in the first team.
Yeah. Listen, if he can continue to be consistent and have some good games, I think he needs to maybe calm it on. I'm doing these set pieces and I'm going to have all these attempts at goal that just go completely like nowhere near target. If he's,
that does my frigging head in. That.
Yeah, if he can continue with the consistency, then why not? Keep him there. And I think the whole thing with Pereira, as much as he frustrates the life out of me, if he gives us consistency and he starts, what was it that Shane said the other day? If he's given time to think, he manages to mess it up.
Who's that?
Pereira.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
like,
a bit
if
of a
he
problem
does,
in football.
As you like people to be able to, use the brain.
Use your brain.
If you have to
Times
use,
come in handy.
if you have to use your brain, you make it even worse. For
But
yourself.
people used to
It
say that
doesn't
about Danny Welbeck. Like, genuinely did. You remember, against Bayern Munich? When we played Bayern Munich at home, he had a shot. He was offside, but he didn't know at the time. But it came to him, he turned, he buried it. And then 2 minutes later, he went through on goal against Manuel Neuer.
And he did that chip.
And he did that chip that was going wide anyway. And it was just like, but time seemed to stand still when he went through on goal. And I was like, oh my God, go on, Danny, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he was starting this game against Bayern Munich. And he thought too long on it, and he did that. And there's a touch of that with Pereira, I think. I do get that. So, yeah, but like you say, you can't have a footballer who can't think. That's just
Was it you
nonsense.
that had like serious love for Danny Welbeck?
I still hold hope that Danny will come good. Stand
didn't you
by that point
How
that I
old is
made.
he
Danny
now?
Welbeck.
Danny Welbeck. Danny, he's progressing, man. He's a few, you know what I mean. He's got a few years left in him with the right.
How old?
He's at Watford in here, I think. I think he's 29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's killing it at Watford, though, isn't he? I think he's played. What's he done about 2 league starts or something?
Listen.
Yeah, he's 29.
2 Ballon d'Ors.
Give it time. Danny Welbeck will come good. Trust me.
Just a late bloomer.
But this is the thing, I'm all right. I'm being daft for comparing Andres Pereira to Danny Welbeck. We should be comparing him to players a little bit better than that, even though I did used to love Danny Welbeck. And he's not really grasped it. And you can look at it and you can say, all right, he's been moved about, he's been on loan, he's been used as a winger, he's been used as a defensive midfielder, he's been used as an attacking midfielder. But he's not really made a position his own. And it's up for grabs this season. Every position. Daniel James has come in as a signing for 15 million quid. I thought he'd be warming the bench all season. He's made himself a regular starter by his performances.
Yeah.
Anthony Martial has nailed down that number 9 position because he's just been mint at it. Marcus Rashford, he's playing on the left every game now because he's made that position his own, and there's no sort of debate over whether he should be playing there or not.
Yeah.
And you want someone to do that in a number 10 role, and it's just not happened. And even Fred's made it his own in number 6, hasn't he? You know what I mean? You'd be amazed if Fred was dropped now. You'd be like, what's going on there?
No, you but we
wouldn't
all
have thought
wanted
that
him.
a few months ago, would you?
No.
Just out of interest, what time do United kick off?
8 o'clock.
Oh, I thought it was 1:45, so I was wondering why we were like watching this. I was like, hang on a
what's
minute.
going on here? There's something's come on the screen that we just need to get rid of. It's a load of Scousers lifting trophies that we don't need to see.
There we go. Thank
Must
you.
be. I was going to say, I can't even say that. I was going to say it must be the History Channel, but they're still lifting trophies, aren't they? So, guys, get involved in the predictions as well. What do you think?
What did we go for with predictions? I went 2-0.
You went 2-0. I went 2-2, I think.
Are you sticking with it? Because that's what you said in the preview, and you normally change your mind. So, are you sticking?
I'm going 3-1. I don't know why. Probably because I said it every time I've been on the Watchalong and almost got it right. Nearly cried when I got me £300 on the derby day.
Yeah.
1-2-1. Do you know what? Gutted.
Oh, mate, I'm gutted for you.
Then I went to Christmas markets as well, and someone was writing on a typewriter and people were giving him money, which I thought was weird.
What?
There was just this random lad sat there typing on a typewriter and people thought he was homeless and was giving him money, but he wasn't. He was just part of the display.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what you're doing next year, Christmas market.
Right, seriously, I've got kids to feed.
Yeah.
Not a problem, guys. Someone said Jay is super salty, and I love it. Yeah, I'm not denying that, mate. I am super salty. JJ Powell says 2-1 to United. GB, Matani says 2-1 to United. R4's Gracie says, come on Arsenal, AFC 3, Man United 2.
We don't need that kind of negativity in our lives.
Well, he's obviously a gooner. Michael Blomley says 5-3 to United.
I like that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
why not?
Why not?
Goal fest.
Dream big.
Neither of these teams can defend very well, can they? I also think as well that, is this the weakest Arsenal team we've ever played?
Is this the weakest Man United team then?
Oh.
I would say...
Saying that, I mean...
No, I think we were probably marginally worse under Van Gaal.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Good point. Well, we've got the table up, and if we win, we go within 2 points of Chelsea.
That's what I mean. And look at Arsenal, 13th. I mean, at least in Premier League years, I'm old enough to remember sort of... Well, even in Division 1, they were winning titles and whatnot. But in Premier League terms, Arsenal, even under Wenger, when he was all the Wenger outlaw were going, they were still challenging for the top 5 or 6, weren't they? Even under Emirates, they were still in the mix. They finished above us last season.
Yeah.
Now they're in 13th.
Be careful what you wish for, really, won't it, I suppose?
Yeah. Well, I just think player for player, and I know, if we lose, I'll probably eat my words, but I think this is the weakest Arsenal team I've ever seen personally. Other than Aubameyang, I think they're dreadful. It's just he's very, very good.
Yeah, other than Aubameyang, like I said, arguably as well, but...
He's all right, yeah. I think he's a bit hot and cold. But let me just try. I'll try and get the Arsenal team up as well because I've not done that because we're too busy talking about Paul Pogba. So let's see.
Someone just mentioned something in the comments about Paul Pogba's Snapchat. He's put something up.
No.
I don't know if that's real.
I don't know if that's true
saw
or not.
Yeah, he put apparently he put a logo of Real Madrid on.
Oh.
Right.
But I don't know if
apparently he went down to Old Trafford and pissed all over the statues of everyone, and then wrote "I love Hala Madrid" all over in red graffiti over the ticket store, ticket office.
Just on another note, I don't know if you ever watch on YouTube that off script with Gary Neville and Jeff Reeves. You ever watch that?
I've not seen it on YouTube. I've seen a couple of things going on.
Well, there was they were doing one at the Etihad the other week, and just because the sprinklers came on, it reminded me of it. But they were both chatting, and the sprinkler came towards them, and Gary Neville let out this noise that I've never heard come out of any human in my life. He just went, "Oh!" And I was just sat there crying, laughing. I was sat there next to Holly, like, please listen to this.
Was it like his Chelsea one?
Yeah, it was like that, but it's oh god, I was crying laughing. I just thought I'd bring it up because it made me laugh. Holly was next to me as well, going, "It's not that fucking funny."
Gary Neville's noises, that's what we want to hear about.
Why has there not been an app of that?
I know, don't.
Yeah.
Like the Andy Tate app.
I was going to say.
Right.
I know a lot of people that downloaded that,
He heard, he didn't even know. He wasn't behind that. He found out about it.
I think Holly's still got it on her phone.
Right, yeah. Don't know if it's still going. We'll find out. If not, we'll just get Andy to come round to your house and shout his sayings out to you. Right, here's the Arsenal 11. It's Leno, Maitland-Niles, Socrates even, David Luiz, Kolasinac, Serrera, I'm getting all these names wrong, I don't care. Xhaka, Ozil, Pepe, Lacazette, Aubameyang, and the subs are Martinez, Holding, Caballo, how do you say that?
Oh my god.
Caballo, Guendouzi, Willock, Nelson, and Saka. So
You said Saka twice, didn't you?
No, one's Xhaka and one's Saka.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that to me, again, I'm probably tempting fate here, but that doesn't look like a very good.
Because some of those aren't players, because you just made their names up. They're not even people.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's like we're playing Pro Evo.
That was like you were naming the flipping reindeers or something, like Rudolph.
Yeah, like a proper gammon, didn't I? Sorry, I'm not pronouncing them much better. I didn't deliberately do it. I'm just not very good at reading and speaking out loud. But that team, it's not a team that for me fills you with dread. Looking at that.
No.
Other than, again, like I say, it's just that Aubameyang, even Pepe. At Old Trafford, I didn't know he was playing, so he got subbed.
Yeah, well, they kept comparing him with James, didn't they?
Yeah, well, it's funny because they were taking a piss out of us, weren't the Arsenal fans, saying, you've bought James and you're spending 15 million quid on Swansea players and we're buying Pepe.
Yeah, but you know what? I can
guarantee
most of those Arsenal fans had never watched a single game of French football in their life. They just saw a price tag and thought, I bet he's world class, but I bet they knew feck all about him.
You could have gone down to the Emirates, right? You probably still do now, make up a player. I think we did it once. And just say, what do you reckon this player been linked with? And they'll go, he's minting. Yeah, great, yeah. I've always rated him, he doesn't exist. That's what I mean, it's just that old nonsense.
Yeah, they did it with Chelsea fans as well.
Yeah.
I think it might have been like, I can't remember who it was now, but they did it. Saying all these, have you heard this South American player who you linked with his, I don't know, Ronaldinho, Carlos or something. And they were like, he's brilliant and I can't wait for him to tear up the Premier League.
They went, really last Soccer AM went to the London fashion show. and used footballers' names to the fashion designers. So they were saying to the fashion designers, what do you think of N'Golo Kante's range this summer? And they were like, oh yeah, it's great, I've loved him, he's a great... he always captures the mood and all this shit. And he was like, just taking the piss. So yeah, I think everyone just tries to wing it. To be fair though, if someone stuck a mic in front of my face at Old Trafford and say, what do you think of this play you've been living?
You're going to wing it
I'd
and say,
wing it.
yeah.
I won't say I've never heard of him, I don't know who he is. I'd just say, yeah, he's mint.
Yeah, to be
Get
fair.
him.
Shit.
If we don't get him, Glazers out. Right, guys, sorry for that little tangent. Yeah, Arsenal draw to bad teams. Come on, United. People are just saying, yeah, Lingard goal ? Says Liam 1234. Someone else says 4-1 win to United. Set off any win tonight. Do you worry? I asked this on the preview. Do you worry that we struggled against poor teams this season? The Watfords, the Bournemouths, the West Hams. Excuse me again. Are you worried that because Arsenal are struggling this season, we could struggle? We could.
No, I don't. I think Arsenal have still got that big club mentality where they'll probably. I think they'll probably go for it. I think they'd be silly if they didn't. But yeah. I think it'd sort of give us our mojo to go and attack them.
Someone's asking, what are your thoughts on Xhaka?
Which one?
The one that begins with an X. The former captain. Yeah. He scored against us, didn't he, last season in the Emirates? Which is really annoying. Was it last season or the season before? I can't remember. I know he scored against us at Emirates. Not a player. This is the thing. He's not someone I rate. I look at that team, of the Arsenal team, and I don't really see anyone other than
no names really, minus that one. No, none of them really stand out and make you think, oh shit, like if he's having a good day, we're
has
screwed.
He played at the Emirates since that debacle that he had?
I don't know. I think he's got like his clean slate tackling it with Arteta. I think he's sort of giving him another chance because. I sort of felt from a little bit because it's not nice to get abuse off your own fans and he sort of spat his dummy out, but it just shows you the mess that club's in because Emery made them choose their own captains. Then they had 4 captains, like obviously a captain, vice captain,
I found that really odd.
Which I think is a bit of a nonsense. Then you had players like Ozil, who's like second captain, and Xhaka, who 2 players that just half the time look like they don't want to be there. So it was really strange. So yeah, he's got his work cut out, Arteta, but a win against United tonight would certainly get them rolling because I thought actually against Chelsea, even though they lost at home and they were winning and Chelsea turned it around, they were a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, they were unlucky to be fair, but isn't Aubameyang the captain now? Because he definitely wants out, doesn't he?
It's not saying it on me. They've not put it on the Arsenal thing, so I'm not sure who is the skipper. Let us know in the comments. I don't really. Not really any standout names there for.
He is captain apparently.
Yeah, and he's wanting out. Apparently, his agent is floating his name around all over. But that's the thing with Aubameyang. You could probably have him at any team in the world.
Yeah, you would. Someone's saying we should sell Pogba, even though he's world class, for 150 million, and get Maddison and youth players for the future. Yeah, I'd have Maddison, but we've just bought Maguire for big money off Leicester. And Leicester, despite what this reputation they have of being a selling club, they're technically not because they've actually got rich owners. So the trouble with Leicester is they only sell players if you offer them a lot of money or they feel like a certain loyalty to that player to let them go. Like with N'Golo Kante and Riyad Mahrez, it was big money and they were like, yeah, okay, we're going to let you go. With Maguire, they didn't want to sell him. United had to spend, 80 million plus 5 million in add-ons for a 26-year-old defender who's never won a trophy, never played in the Champions League. It's a lot of money, that's the only reason we got him. So this idea we can just go in and get Maddison, I think we can get him, but I think you'd actually end up spending probably, and this is going to sound crackers, but
you're probably spending most of that money on him.
Yeah. I think you're right, mate. I do because you go to Leicester and it's not like you go into a championship team or team that's right near the bottom, and then you say, listen, here's 60 million say for Maddison. They'll just say no.
Yeah, I think
because they know as well they can't just go out like that and buy a replacement.
I mean, Maddison's good, isn't he? But I mean, there's a lot of talk of either him or Grealish. But I still think that guy who had the world's longest medical, go for that, Bruno Fernandes. I thought.
Has he not finished his medical at Old Trafford yet?
I think he's still doing it.
Is he still doing it? We like to be vigilant with these players and make sure that they're actually fully fit. He's been there since June. Bless him.
So I think we could go for him. He seems to be a goal scoring midfielder as well.
I think the other thing with Leicester as well, as much as I know there's talk that James Maddison is a big United fan and there'd be a lot of appeal for him. The way Leicester are going, they're probably going to have Champions League football as well next season, and at the moment we're really not. So there might be an appeal of people of players that think, nah, you know what, I want to do one more season here, play a bit of Champions League, because I would imagine if you're an individual and if you play the Champions League next season, you might have more of an attraction from other clubs as well because you're putting yourself out there on a bigger platform. Or do you know what I mean? there's other things other components that go into it, I think, but.
No, I agree. There's so many different variables you've got to take into
There's
consideration.
like politics within it, isn't there?
Politics, there's, you know, in the summer, is Ollie going to be, his position going to be secure? Is someone going to be coming in who knows that Ollie's going to sort of just going to be the manager? Or are we going to have a new manager? Is Pochettino going to come in the summer? So it's all up in the air. Wayne Brown just says Happy New Year, Jay, Angelina and friend. Good luck watching live tonight.
And friend. I've been on this before. It's
been on it more than I have.
Go on, let them all know your name, just in case.
It's Callum.
Okay. Did they actually spell my name right, or did they call me Angelica?
No, Angelina. Wayne Brown, thanks. London Scouts, you'll win tonight.
Oh, my mate.
Oh, was he mate?
Cheers, yeah, because he called me Angelica and I got very upset.
Just looking at the Arsenal team just on the starting 11, the team's coming out. On the bench, they've got, it's gone now, but in case anyone... It's a good job I know it off by heart. On the bench, they've got Martinez holding... How do you say his name? I was getting it wrong.
You'd say it like
Caballos.
Yeah.
I would say it with the Spanish way, so I'm probably not the best person to help you. English way, yeah, Ceballos, because two L's make a Y.
Willock,
Go on, how would you say it properly?
Ceballos. But like the C would be like a kind of.
Just looking,
sorry, we're having a Spanish lesson here, don't matter.
No, we need one. I need an English lesson, to be fair. Just looking at the teams as they set out now, they've got the formations up here on the screen, and it looks like, as we expect, Fred and Matic in the sort of double pivot. The back four is self-explanatory. And also the front three is pretty self-explanatory, being honest. Martial's number 9, Rashford plays on the left, James plays on the right, and Lingard is your number 10. So, you know, it's a decent team. It's a good team. The only sort of worry for me there is, does Jesse turn up, and can we rely on Matic for his second game in 4 days or whatever it is, or 3 days? Those are my 2 main concerns. Because other than that, all right, maybe as well at left back.
Did you see the thing that Wan-Bissaka posted on Instagram, because all his family are Arsenal fans?
Oh, I know.
It was dead sweet, because he was saying to his brother was like, I want an Arsenal win, and he was like, no, we're gonna win. And then he said to his dad, he was like, what's more important, me having a good game or Arsenal winning? He was like, no, you having a good game. Like, I thought that was quite nice.
That's right. Like, if I was a rich footballer, right, I'd buy all my family a house, right? And if they supported another team, I'd just chuck them out.
Yeah, and just say you don't want to support me, please.
Right, off you go. You can live in the shed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Find your own house, mate. Just change the locks up.
Isn't his dad a red, though? Wan-Bissaka's dad.
I
know Wan-Bissaka is.
I think
Wan-Bissaka is, because he's had loads of pictures when he was a kid, isn't it?
It's his brother, you're right. I think his brother's an Arsenal fan, but his dad's, I think, is a United fan. Because there's pictures of them in the snide kits.
I'm sure he said on the Instagram thing that all his family were Arsenal.
Right, because there was that, I thought, there was that family, there was that, no, because I know his brother, I think his brother's an Arsenal fan, but I thought his dad was a United fan, and he was a United fan.
Maybe.
I thought it was. I just thought Wan-Bissaka. I know it's.
His dad looks serious, man. Have you seen the pictures of his dad when they're kids?
No.
I'm telling you, his dad looks like the sort of guy that if you're being naughty, if you're a kid, you wouldn't mess with him. You won't put it that way.
You won't mess with him.
No.
It says there, look.
Aaron's family visiting him headed up game. They're all Gooners, right? Sorry, I stank.
That's what on Wan-Bissaka's Instagram, but I don't know.
Right. Well,
anyway,
let us know if
we're about to kick off anyway.
Chris
so
Cavanagh's your referee,
matters.
which doesn't mean a lot to me. I've never heard of him. So.
Same. Yeah, we're about to kick off. Make sure throughout the game that you're getting involved in the comments. Let us know what you're happy with, what you're not happy with. Are we going to get an early goal? Who's going to score it? Is Lingard going to show up? Any more questions about Paul Pogba? We don't know where he is. If someone does know where he is, please let us know, because we're nosy and we're interested.
As usual, Pogba, if you're watching as well, get in touch.
Yeah, if Pogba, get in touch, mate. Meanwhile, if I could maybe, my mum works at the airport, so Jackie, if you could put a few calls out to any flights going out to Madrid tonight, let us know. We might be on the Ryanair.
Yes, you never know. Rashford with a shot from distance. No. So we're 27 seconds in on our stream. If you guys want to sync it up. Nice quick attack that from United early doors. Rashford from about 30 yards out. I mean, he
could have probably pushed forward a little bit more.
Yeah, he's hit it straight at Leno, but good to get a shot on target there.
Have you seen that woman on Twitter who keeps putting a 10 quidder, a £10 note on Maguire to score a header?
Dips, my friend. Dips MUFC. She always does that. And I think she's wasted about, 500 quid? Well, 300 quid, whatever it is, how many games he's played, because he's not done it yet. It's one of those, though. My mate Craig used to do it on Evra, first scorer. And I think it, whenever it did, it happened a couple of times, whatever, and it works out, he, broke even because he did it every game, and it was he's 40 to 1. And he scores once every 40 games, so if you put in 10 on it.
Someone I know, someone my family knows, puts 5-0 United every single game. He has done for God knows how long. Really? I don't think he's won since 2011.
I'll tell you when he'd have won. In my opinion, the last time correct me if I'm wrong here, Leverkusen under Moyes?
Yeah, it probably was. I don't know what it was in the league.
I'm
though.
not going to dispute it.
Was it Portsmouth in like...
Pogba is injured, Ollie. Aggravated, re-injured his ankle, supposedly. Someone's put in, supposedly there.
He basically got his missus to kick him in the ankle, didn't he?
James getting down the right-hand side here. He's up against Kolasinac.
That's
a foul there. We've got a foul there. It was a free kick.
What do we make of this kit, by the way? United playing in black, for anyone who's interested.
Yeah, I like that.
It's all right, yeah.
It reminds me of sort of 93, 94 times.
But then there was that kit. Was it not last season, the season before, the black one? Was it the black one that every time we played in it just seemed to be an absolute mare?
Oh,
it was
yeah,
proper
I think
stressing me
I know
out.
what you mean, yeah.
Because I actually had the kit as well, and I can't really wear it.
Martial hobbling a little bit. Hopefully
Yeah.
that's the last thing we need is anything happening to him, even though we have got Mason Greenwood on the bench.
Yeah, we'll be fine, don't worry.
I think, what did he get a little... Is it David Luiz? Oh no, he just trips him a little bit. There's nothing in that, to be honest with you.
It'll be all right.
David Luiz can be a little bit of a shit house, but there wasn't a lot in that. Has he got booked for it? Oh no, it's the other lad who's got booked.
That's what we like to see. Some yellow cards.
Arsenal doing what Arsenal do best and just moaning
Hugging
at
the referee and whispering sweet nothings
yeah.
into his ear.
So it's,
You know what I mean?
It's an early
Yeah.
booking. That
Yeah, so he's
a
got
nice early booking.
That's what we want.
Yeah,
Plus
Dan
if
James
he-
running at you when you're on a
Yeah,
yellow
that's
for
what I
90
mean.
minutes. Good luck with that, son. So Kolasinac, however you say his name.
Freddie stood over this.
Fred's
second.
having this. Fred
He's
stood
grabbed
over
the
the free
ball
kick.
off Daniel James. He's positioning it. He's ready.
Right, he's on the right hand side here, Fred. So he's
I'm
a left
worried.
footer in it. So it is made for a left footer, to be fair. But Daniel James is also over it, so we'll see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, he stood. That's a very powerful stance he's got there.
Fred, I think this is Fred.
No.
Daniel James does a dummy. Fred.
It's in.
Oh.
Not
Leno.
horrendous.
No, Leno with an acrobatic punch out, even though
Yeah.
it was more or less straight at him.
Yeah.
Arsenal trying to counter. Matic has just
everyone's
gone through the
falling
back of
over.
there.
There you
This
go.
is like-
Stop
Lacazette's
this,
asking
that,
for Matic to be booked there, and I think the referee's having none of it. The Arsenal
All
players
they're doing is
surrounding the
complaining.
ref twice now. We've only in 4
We're in
minutes.
the 3rd minute and 54th second, and this is going on.
Oh, they're going to do this. They'll never change, will they, Arsenal? I'll still not forgive Martin Keown for doing that to Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Do you know what makes me laugh about that, right? It annoys me because everyone cuts the clip. They're all giving it a big one until Roy Keane comes over, and you see Roy Keane coming at a shot, and they all scatter like kids.
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I remember
Because
that.
they just knew, like, he just battered
They knew
them,
he'd
wouldn't
have just nutted
Yeah,
them all.
come on. He had it with Vieira in the tunnel before the game even started.
I remember watching that. I was 8 years old. I thought, friggin' hell. It was like the first proper fight I'd ever seen.
I mean, I was about 24.
We are.
United
Give it
breaking
him now.
again. Jesse. Give it James. James on the right. Oh, he's played it behind him. Oh, Jesse just played it slightly behind Dan James there, who's saying that to him. If he'd have played it in front, we've got a corner out of it, but it could have been more.
See, that slight lack of quality with Jesse sometimes. That can be a problem for him.
Yeah, because
He
we did
probably
well
could
to
have
counter
even
there. It
played
was
there.
3-on-3, and Jesse, it just wasn't enough weight on the pass, to be fair.
To be fair, VAR, they probably said that was offside, I reckon.
Yeah, they'd done something.
They'd have found
Is this
something.
Fred again?
Fred's on it, man. Listen, you don't need to worry. Fred's
Never
got this.
fear, Fred's
If I was Fred, I'd be taking a shot now. Leno, Martial stood right on him. Corners come in.
went to no one. The legend that is Wan-Bissaka there, but it came to an Arsenal player, so not the best.
Yeah, didn't cover his head from glory there, Ange.
Listen, Wan-Bissaka's amazing, and I will hear nothing other than that.
Wan-Bissaka there.
Look how amazing that was.
That's gone, hasn't it? Yeah, it's a throw into us.
See, that was all down
Do
to
you
him.
think, Wayne Brown says, do you think Pogba played his last game? To be honest, I think he has, obviously, for us.
100%.
Yeah? Does anyone think we'll see Paul Pogba in a United shirt again?
Not unless it's like some kind of dare or for some kind of charity or something. No.
No, I think...
For
Or maybe
Phil-
when he's really old.
Phil
or
Jones'
something, I don't know.
testimonial.
One
next
thing I
year,
don't
probably.
understand is it's just like little things like, you know, there's a lot of drama going on and people saying he don't want to be at a club and he's not fit. But he could still go with the squad, couldn't he? Could he not still travel? Not if he's not being in the travelling squad, but just go along with the team.
support.
Yeah.
I think that's the worry for him, isn't it?
Just to shut these rumours up or whatever.
But that's because and that's where
I
it gets
don't know.
irritating.
Maybe I'm
because
wrong about that, but you know, he doesn't have to be part of that squad.
He
Just to
could
travel
easily
with.
shut these
That's where
rumours
it's
down, couldn't he?
irritating. Exactly, because from a PR perspective, there's a million and one things he could do to shut up the rumours, i.e. coming out himself and saying, listen guys, for the time being, I'm not going anywhere. I am legitly, is that even a word? I am legit injured. Like, everyone just calm down, I'll be back when I'm back. And everyone is sure.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it, yeah.
No,
That's what I
because
mean.
he loves
doesn't...
the attention. His agent's probably telling him not to say anything. His agent's creating drama. And I don't think he really wants to be there at the end of the day.
To be fair, I was a little upset with Gary Neville the other day when he... because me and Raiola probably said what a lot of United fans were thinking about how he wants to win trophies for Man United, but they run as a commercial business and not a football club and all that. And then that's all pretty much his quote. And then Gary Neville said, "Oh, it's quite clear he wants to leave." I was like, but he didn't really say that. He said he wanted to stay, if anything.
But the thing is with Pogba, he said in the summer, "I want a new challenge," but I don't think there was an offer good enough. Oh, Marcus just give it away there in their half. Arsenal trying to count. It's a bit end to end at the minute without anyone getting a proper clear-cut chance. He did say, "I want a new challenge, I want to leave," and we all thought.
Complete this challenge first before you do that.
Yeah, it was, you know.
I thought that would have been a better thing for him to do, like, but yeah, oh well. Do you know what? I think if he does leave, I don't think...
offside? Arsenal breaking here. Arsenal, and they've scored.
Yeah, well, this
I
all
don't believe that.
Yep. See, there's no point getting upset.
Everyone just stood still there. What was going on there? I thought it was offside, but it wasn't.
What is this celebration, by the way?
And who's that? Pepe, the guy I was slagging off as well, saying, "Oh, he didn't notice him until he was subbed."
You noticed him now, haven't you?
Fucking hell.
He heard you and he thought, you know what, Jay,
do you know what? There's no point getting annoyed.
Mate, look at them Arsenal fans. Do you know what I mean? They're celebrating like they've just, found a penny on the floor or something like that. Oh, yeah.
I'm not that annoyed because it's not even been to VAR yet, and we all thought that was offside.
No, I don't think it is offside. I think
the players thought it was offside.
No.
Right.
Why are we waiting here?
Harry Maguire's playing everyone onside.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to argue
Matic
about
and
there.
Luke Shaw.
That was shocking, that.
Harry
We'll see
Maguire
how as
there.
soon as it
Look,
goes
Maguire
in.
there.
Yeah.
I think Maguire plays everyone onside.
But,
Matic and Luke Shaw completely nowhere near there, man.
and then Luke Shaw automatically
This is
holds his hands up to the ref.
Typical of Manchester United. This we should be tearing his team apart. We've just gifted him a goal. Pepe, if anyone wants to know, the ball's whipped in, it goes through, and Pepe is in acres of space. Honestly, there's so much time, and he just sort of sends.
The gap between like Maguire and Shaw then was ridiculous.
Yeah, he sends the keeper the wrong way. There was, a couple of United players appealing for offside, but Harry Maguire was playing, as far as I could see, Harry Maguire was playing everyone onside. So I don't think there was any sort of question there, really. It looked like they were at least half a yard onside. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't even really a need for VAR. It was just, no, it's a goal. And now Arsenal are attacking again. United up against it here. And again, Pepe is on his own at the back.
Luke Shaw.
There you go.
Left him again.
Lingard is having to come in and defend here.
I think Luke Shaw's had his chances now. I think it's time he
I don't
went.
want to be melodramatic, but seriously, it's Brandon Williams on the bench. Just sub him now.
Well,
I've had enough of this 9 minutes in already.
We said on the preview that we kind of wanted to see Williams, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
He's just gone past Luke Shaw like he's not even there.
This is going to be...
oh, my God.
This is going to be a disgrace, this, isn't it?
Pepe went past him, and then Luke Shaw caught him up, and then Pepe stopped, and Luke Shaw fell over. It was like watching,
Mr. Blobby.
It's like when you're playing football with your kids, you're messing about. Honestly.
Yeah, you know you're better than them, but you sort of let them play. That's
Honestly,
what he's doing.
But Luke Shaw isn't better.
Already, this is going to be a long afternoon or evening, I should say, for Luke Shaw, because Pepe just seems to have the beating of him, and not even that, he's giving him so much space.
Yeah.
Which isn't helping matters at all.
I'm surprised he's not played Williams, to be fair. I think the only thing I can think is he played the other night, but
he can play.
He's only about 12. He should have enough.
We were talking at Housen about this. He's quite close to him or knows him, and he said that unlike some players, a lot of young players who do struggle with the pace of it consistently, so you have to give him a break. He's not got that issue, and he has played games on the bounce before. So yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating. Because
it is frustrating though, because I hate it when like Klopp keeps moaning about how they played 2 games of football in 3 days. Bloody hell, imagine if they have to do a proper day's work. It does me head in that.
Just looking at the comments, someone saying clowns, sure he's done. Bring on Brandon, Luke is a joke. Someone questioning Shaw's mental health there. I don't know if that's got anything to do with anything.
I think we'll leave that alone.
There. I think no, I don't think that's the case. I think obviously it's just frustrating because it's almost predictable. We've seen these problems with Luke Shaw before. And Pepe, on his day he's great, but he's not that great. He's not having a great season, and you should be able to cope with him. And we've got someone, Brandon Williams, who, when he has come into the side, by and large has been excellent. And, he's dropped him for this game, brought in Shaw, who already, 10 minutes in, he's looking all over the place.
He's gone from player of the year at United to looking like our weak link.
I want to know who did that vote.
Well, he won both, didn't he? He won players player and fans player. But
He must have been bribing them all with sweets.
I don't get that at all because I think...
I thought Paul Pogba was our player of the year last year.
I know a lot of people said that. I went for Lindelof myself personally over the course of the season, but there wasn't a lot of great players where you can say, oh yeah, they were all excellent, but still, I don't know how he won that. Arsenal just had a confidence boost for that, and he seemed to be targeting that our left hand side, targeting Luke Shaw. And to be fair, you would, wouldn't you? Going up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka or Luke Shaw, there's only one way you're going to try and go there. So it's going to be a long evening.
I think they were just going to exploit that now, aren't they, for the next
it's pretty
30
obvious.
minutes.
Yeah, you're obviously going to go with. Oh yeah,
Can James getting behind here now? I think Marcus might have to start tracking back a little bit more. I know his job's to attack, but I'm just.
We're just worried about Shaw.
Yeah, I just don't know what.
Okay,
You need to protect him a bit more. I think Jesse, as you pointed out, Ange, has been moving over a little bit to the left, but it just messes up your whole shape, doesn't it? When you've got one of your midfielders sort of drifting over to the left.
And it's just extra energy that
that
shouldn't
is Paul.
be.
Just giving the ball away needlessly. Was that Maguire?
I think so.
Ball playing centre back.
Well, he's having a shocker so far because he's been kept someone on side and he's just giving the ball away needlessly. Anyone got a stream? Obviously, we can't give out streams. We don't have any.
I'll tell you what.
Someone's commented there. Guys, let us know what you think in the comments so far. What you think needs to change, if anything.
I think I'd rather, at this point, Ashley Young than frigging Luke Shaw, you know.
Ashley Young's having a better season than Luke Shaw.
Yeah, he is.
He is? I'm sorry, no. People go, oh, Ashley Young's terrible. Ashley Young's this. I'm not saying he's not. He's a great player, but he's having a better season than Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what Luke Shaw, right, when that ball goes in and Pepe's nowhere near him, he turns to the linesman, holds his arms out.
I know, it's like, whether you think it's offside or it's not, there is always a chance that you're wrong, so you need to just do your job, despite whatever you think.
Oh, come on. What's going on here? Fucking shite passing.
Arsenal should be disqualified for their ugly kit. Visual pollution, haha, go United.
Visual pollution,
You
I
can't
like
have
that.
you can't have Rashford babysit Shaw all game. I know what you mean. You can't really, but something needs to be done because Luke Shaw is just a liability in a minute. Someone needs to cover for him a little bit because every time they break on that right hand side, their right hand side, our left, we just look vulnerable. I don't know whether Matic needs to move over or something, but it's just, we can't.
Well, yeah, because even with that goal, it was Shaw and Matic were in no man's land.
Yeah. So
it's
not even like you've got that person in Matic's position that you can trust to help him out a bit. It's falling to Lingard. It's not even Matic that's helping him.
It's just a complete waste. We're not getting a grip on a game, are we?
We were too confident again, like the last game, says Miku. We're going to pay for it. The only thing different is we concede more this time. We need, like Chris Roberts says, we need 5 players to be confident about top 4. I don't know if we need 5 to be confident top 4. What annoys me is, we've already missing McTominay, we're already missing Pogba, and then you're not going to play, for me, your best left-back, which is Brandon Williams. So you're already winking in your side even more. I don't think you can be taking him.
I think even just for the speed that he provides, not even, obviously, like, defensively, I think he has been a lot better, but
I thought Williams against Burnley was brilliant.
Yeah, he can't provide that speed down that side, whereas Brandon Williams can.
Yeah, he can.
Jesse's
just going to get himself a booking here, is he? Zaka's going mad. Jesse went through the back of someone there. He's lucky. He's got away with it a little bit, not getting a yellow card.
Yeah, probably deserved one there.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't know who this ref was, but he's
Graham
on your
Kavanagh,
Christmas card
whatever
list.
he is. John, I can't remember his first name, but Kavanagh is my new fave. We're wondering what. Oh yeah, you've got the time up there. You can see. Sorry, I didn't realise. Well done, Dom. The time's up there.
Well done.
Hey, James in the middle to Martial.
Oh, the ball stuck. Yeah. That Arsenal player just sat on the ball.
You see that Arsenal there defending in numbers? They're all crowding there. Martial broke, and there's about 3 or 4
Luke
players
Shaw
around
and
him.
Pepe are trying to,
they're
run
obviously
alongside each other.
Working together there defensively, and that's what we're lacking at the minute. We just seem to be all over the place, and we're getting dragged all over the gaff. And as you said before, we look at our goal. There was just no communication there. You've got Maguire, your captain, playing everyone on side. You've got Luke Shaw, your player of the year, nowhere near the right winger. It was just a shambles.
It's not looking good for United, and it's something that needs to change. I think getting Williams on for sure is probably the obvious change.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
16 minutes in.
16 minutes in. You're right, though. I think you're right. Guys, don't forget to hit subscribe as well. Get involved in the comments. After the match, we will have all the fan cams from the Emirates. Adam McCullough will be there giving you all the fans' reaction. Also, Stephen Howson will be going live as well after full time, so stay tuned to Full Time Devils. We'll have it all covered. Someone is saying, Teddy's saying, if you strengthen your midfield and bring in a new left back, and then when support comes from Pogba when he gets back, but until then, Fred and McTominay would be a good start. But McTominay's not fit. That's the problem. It's we're just missing him. We miss him when we've got a full strength team without him. But now with Pogba missing and McTominay, that's 2 of your starting midfielders. I
wrote a while ago, I reckon Man United as a squad are probably 5 or 6 away from challenging at the top anyway.
I think that's fair, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that we've got a solid foundation that we can build on now. But a better left back, a couple more midfielders, or three midfielders if Pogba was to leave, and another striker. I think that'd do us. Yeah,
Rashford could be in here. He's on the edge of the box. It's just not dropping for him, is it?
No, it's
just Fred. Fred trying to win it back.
I thought he was going to dive in then.
You can see in a minute Arsenal just have that little bit of belief when they're getting the ball. I think they're growing in confidence, and that goal obviously gives you confidence. Pepe on the ball again. He's done more in his 15 minutes. Obviously he scored, but he's done a lot more on the ball than he did in an hour at Old Trafford. Didn't even notice him at Old Trafford against us. Unfortunately, he's made me eat my words, because before the game I was like... United are playing scared at the moment. We do look scared, you're right, Jason Wall. We look nervous. And Arsenal just seems to be the ones unlucky there.
It's not an hard pass.
I haven't liked Shaw since we signed him, or since he signed. Someone is saying he's not aggressive enough. I don't know, I think he wasn't helped by that injury as well.
Yeah,
he's never been the same
leg
player,
break, he wasn't the same, was he, after that?
PSV won it in the Champions League when Louis van Gaal was manager. Up until then, Shaw was our best player that season, I felt. Broke his leg, nasty double break.
His speed before that break was pretty impressive.
We conceded to Tottenham, says Tesco Robinson, and then came back with 2 goals only a few weeks ago. There's still hope. Someone else is saying, John Doe, everyone's talking about Luke Shaw, but it was Maguire and Lindelof at fault much more than this. I agree. You're right in the sense that Maguire was at fault because he played everyone on side. But even so, for me, Luke Shaw's got to be much tighter to his man. And also, after the goal, again, he was, Pepe's gone past him like he wasn't there, and that's what worries me. And this isn't, an isolated moment. This isn't just this 18 minutes or whatever against Arsenal. I think there's been question marks about Luke Shaw all season. Never give up, someone's saying. Think about it, Pogba will be a great striker. I'd have Pogba in any position in the team at the minute, but he's not fit or whatever's going on there, so we need to worry about who is playing. And at the minute, the players that are playing for Manchester United just aren't doing well enough. Arsenal just passing it about now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said before, we just can't seem to get a grip on the game. Arsenal just look a lot more confident than we do.
Oh, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, don't mess about it. Just give it back to the keeper. It's done well actually to keep it.
He knew what he was doing.
I thought he was going to lose out there. Should have had more faith. That's a foul, innit? He's been flattened, referee.
Just had 2 players collide into him.
But Fred went down there with two Arsenal players on the back of him, and the referee's just not interested.
Also, just passing it around again though now, aren't they?
It's just annoying as well because this gives the crowd a boost. It gets everyone going on the Arsenal side of things. You know what the Emirates is like. If they are struggling, the crowd turn on them. They're famous for it. So,
which is what we were hoping for.
And at the minute now, they'll be buzzing. They'll be up for it because they're winning against Manchester United and they're probably the better team. To be fair, they certainly look more dangerous. And they shouldn't, even without Paul Pogba, even without McTominay, I think we've got enough quality to cause Arsenal problems. I'd always fancy to get a goal against them as well. We just can't seem to create a clear-cut chance.
I don't think our midfield, when you've got, who was it, Fred, Matic and Lingard in our midfield, it's not good enough, that. Matic is on his last days.
Cross coming in here, Luke Shaw at the back, Pepe putting pressure on him, Shaw's dealt with it.
Not brilliantly dealt with, he did look a bit nervous.
I want to see how long it takes for Ollie to implement a plan B to counter Arsenal, says Cush. Is it worth rivaling City and Chelsea for Chilwell? I know we have Williams, but he's ready to start week in, week out. Also, Maddison has got to be a certain signing, being a United fan, go get him. I don't know if we can get Maguire, Chilwell and Maddison from Leicester within the space of 12 months or whatever. I like Ben Chilwell, I think he's a great player, but I'd rather see Brandon Williams get a chance, if I'm being honest. I would. I think...
Again, Chilwell has cost about 50-60 million as well, wouldn't it?
I don't know how many players you can buy from Leicester. It's just, you can't buy all of them.
Why didn't he just take his time then? Sure, he's not doing good.
Someone from Palm Springs, California says you guys are amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Especially you, Jay. I didn't really say that.
I was
But
going
I
to
meant
say you
that
lying. Why are you lying for?
Luke Shaw can't press, says someone. Says, sorry, Huang Spout. It has become a bit of Luke Shaw hate. We have to admit that it's not just him that's not playing well. There's a lot of other players that are underperforming tonight as well. I know it's only 20 minutes in, but it's not been a great performance.
Do you know what I mean?
So far from Manchester United.
They're pressing us so much. I don't understand. We just can't seem to keep the ball for more than 5 seconds. This is like you said before about the game against Chelsea the other day. They probably were unlucky to lose that game, and it seems like they're doing it again against us. Yeah,
exactly. Someone else saying, would you prefer us to sign Maddison or Grealish?
Grealish would probably be cheaper, but I prefer Maddison, I think.
I don't like Grealish's hair.
You don't like Grealish's hair?
So I would prefer Maddison.
There you go. That's probably the sort of tactics that our club employ on
it probably is.
To sign a player. Has he got a nice barnet? Do you reckon he's had his hair cut?
No, for other reasons I would.
Do you know what? Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me if Ed Woodward hired Nicky Clark as our director of football, to be honest.
Yeah. Hey, you heard it here first. Nicky Clark is director of football. There's a sentence I never thought I'd hear. Midfield is shocking, says Uzi. I agree. We've not been good enough in midfield. Fred's playing okay. Matic, I don't know.
If it wasn't for Rashford having such a storm in December, Fred would have got player of the month.
No, I agree. I thought Fred played very well. United Martial crowding him out.
Bloody hell, ref.
It's a tasty challenge there, but it's illegal when according to the referee. Marcus Rashford on the left hand side now. Just trying to work something. We've not really had a clear cut chance so far.
God, Luke Shaw.
Marcus there, little bit sloppy with his pass. Ball's in the box. Comes to Nemanja.
No, and then Lingard.
And then Lingard,
obviously, because he's useless at everything.
Jesse Lingard there trying to head it on. He just heading it to Arsenal player on the edge of the box, and now Arsenal counter attacking. Grealish looks overall much better player than Maddison, higher ceiling, and is a leader. Liverpool will do an Invincibles this season, beating just like the Gunners did when we were brilliant. Yeah, let's not forget the Gunners' invincible season also consisted of 12 draws and getting knocked out of all the cups. So let's not go on about that. It's the most overrated season ever. Can we sub Lingard off already? Says someone.
The thing is, there's certain players that get scapegoated, but sometimes they're scapegoated for a reason, because they're the worst players on the pitch sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the likes of Lingard and Shaw. There's a reason why they are scapegoated, especially when they're playing like this.
I'd have given Garner a chance today, says JJ Powell. Not a bad shout, No. Jimmy Garner is a good player. I just think maybe Ollie thought the Emirates away, obviously the Emirates away, Arsenal away, might be a bit of a step, but I wouldn't have been too gutted if I saw Jimmy Garner starting. He's been immense for the under-23s. I've been over there to Lee Sports Village, seen him a few times, and he's certainly done well when he come into the team. I thought him and Levitt both played well against, was it Astana, even though we lost. Someone saying Greenwood for Lingard. I honestly believe I'm a better footballer than Lingard, and I'm 13 stone and unfit, says someone.
To be fair, I'm 13 and a half, so there's nothing wrong with being 13 stone, mate.
I don't know, man. This is the thing we were talking about before.
Oh, you were talking about weight then?
No,
I
about
don't know, guys.
Sometimes I think like some of the ball over the top, Leno's heading it, he's come out of his box, heading it over Rashford. Guys, get involved in the comments, let you think. Someone's putting Danny Welbeck underperformed, went to Arsenal. Wonder if Lingard will follow in his footsteps. Certainly got the first bit down well. Don't know, Lingard to Arsenal. What do you reckon to that one?
Bloody hell, imagine Arsenal fans with that one. I tell you what, a certain channel would be. I'd have a lot to say about that, I think.
Well, Lingard, yeah, I think they would. I would like to see Tuanzebe, someone saying, because he's a good young talent. And I'd like to see Maddison join the squad, and I feel we should give it half a season, and we will be where we are.
Where is Tuanzebe? Because I've not seen him for a while. He just doesn't seem to get a chance at the minute in the Premier League.
No, I think he had a couple of injuries, didn't he? He had a couple of niggles, because he was in the squad at one point. I can't remember which game it was. I think it might have even been. No, it wasn't the Arsenal game.
It's going to be awful.
Arsenal just picked up the ball, and Pepe's running at
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw.
Dead. I can't watch.
Luke Shaw's done well, actually.
Oh, actually.
He stood him up, hasn't he? Because Aston Villa fans absolutely love Axel. I've seen on Twitter.
Yeah, I thought we'd see more of him when after the first few games of the season when Lindelof looked off the boil. I thought Ollie might give Axel more of a chance at centre back alongside Maguire. but he seems to be favouring the Maguire-Lindelof partnership. And it's frustrating because against City, they were excellent, both of them, and you think, right, you can do it against City, you can do it against anyone, arguably. But we seem to take one step forward and one step back. Guys, get involved in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Let us know what you think of the game, what you think of United so far. Any changes you'd like to see at half-time as well.
Another comment on Lingard, but he didn't get a single goal or assist in the league, did he, in 2019?
Well,
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Consistency. That's what you can say. At least he's consistent.
In other words, we got the same amount of assists and goals as Jesse Lingard in the Premier League, and we don't even play football between us. Yeah.
Well, guys, great year.
Yeah, we did good.
To be fair, though, right? Yeah, I get that stat, and it is shocking for a Manchester United player. It's not good enough. But during that calendar year, he was injured, right, for some of it. And we're playing devil's advocate a little bit. He had 3 months out. And he did have some good games during that time. I mean, the game in the Etihad, I thought he played well. Yeah. Opening day of the season against Chelsea, I thought he played well. Didn't get a goal or an assist, but didn't have a bad game. But yeah, you're right. I mean, you should be getting a goal or an assist in the Premier League in the whole calendar year when you're playing for Manchester United Football Club. That is pretty shocking. I mean, his only goal was against what? Was it Alkmaar? Not Alkmaar. Was it Astana?
Astana, yeah.
Yeah. So, and a player of his talent, because regardless of whether people say, oh, he's crap and all the rest of it, he went to the World Cup and played every game not long ago.
And do you know what? He was good. This is what I mean. It's there. So I don't understand what it is and why he can't seem to get
and also, I will sort of remind people that, we spoke to him. He has had things going on off the pitch with his mum and stuff like that. He's done a few interviews around it. I'm not saying that gives you carte blanche that, okay, you can not be good enough all the time. But sometimes when things aren't going great at home, you do bring that into work, and footballers are only human. So, you've got to give him some respect for that and, so, acknowledge that.
Well, I think in that interview you had to, like I've already said before on one of the other watch-alongs, I actually had a lot more respect for him for having the balls to be honest, because he was very honest when he sat down with Adam, wasn't he?
He was honest with Adam, yeah.
His struggles.
He was more after that. He spoke a little bit about that as well, yeah, you're right, about seeing a psychologist, and then he did another interview as well, not long after that, where he was even more candid, and he spoke about how his mum's not well, and he's had to sort of be there for his family. So
yeah, I actually tweeted him the other week and apologised because I called him Dappy from N-Dubs on a watch-along.
I like the fact you tweeted him.
And I tweeted him and said, I should say sorry.
Andy Tate once on a Fancam, I remember him saying, I don't usually do it, but I've even Twittered him. I twittered him to tell him he wasn't good enough.
Love it.
Yeah, Andy Tate isn't on Twitter, in case anyone's wondering. You want to go and follow him, but he is on Instagram. I think it's MUFC Andy_Tate. And I have to apologise to Andy Tate because he said he did a video of kicking off about Pogba not being in the squad yesterday, and I said, Andy, he might still be in the squad because it's just a travelling squad. He might go and meet up with him, and he hasn't. So I should have just let Andy have his video. No doubt we'll hear from Andy Tate in some form. Yeah. I think we're going to have a podcast with him this week. And he's got a lot of things to say about Paul Pogba. So
he does.
I can't wait.
Yeah, honestly, he's not his biggest fan.
He's not his biggest fan now. No. Yeah. I did a podcast with him once, and he was. I think he probably got a lot of stick. I think Gaz and Adam were.
Yeah, I think I remember that. People are saying, what is Pogba's injury now? I think it's his ankle one that he's been carrying for the last few months. Lingard is so poor. Not the greatest player, but at least Lingard is just the loveliest guy. It's good to have a positive figure as part of our club.
I will agree with that. I think the whole positive figure and like what we said in being very honest about the mental strain that being a footballer does take on you.
Yeah.
I think you do have to applaud him for that, no matter how he's playing.
Pepe again in the box there, we managed to clear it. I think we need an outright winger. Seems like years since we've had one. I would take Zaha or even go with Richarlison, says Phil Goddell.
Jadon Sancho, go all out for him because he'll be one of the best in the world. He will.
Someone else, based on this start with Pepe's goal and Shaw not performing as well as he should, what do you think the outcome of the game will be? Teddy says, I think it will be 2-1 to Man U.
Good, I hope so.
I don't want to be too positive because that's just not me, but
I mean, we saw it against Chelsea. Arsenal took lead against Chelsea, and Chelsea made a couple of changes. Frank Lampard got his tactics right. They brought on Jorginho and they won the game. My only concern is, other than Mason Greenwood, I don't know, maybe you can change it at left back, but we haven't got lots of options. You know,
No, it's left
that's
back
the,
him.
I know what I keep. I know we said we weren't going about Paul Pogba.
I know I told you to
I know,
shut
I'm
up
sorry.
about him.
It's just so annoying the fact that we haven't even got him on the bench, because then you'd feel like, oh, we're bringing.
I'm
him on.
really surprised. I really thought we'd see him. I just don't understand why. Because
I'd say,
Ollie was saying the other day about, he's in contention to start, so why is he not even in the squad?
Well, it didn't make any sense, because what they were saying before the Burnley game was he didn't feel right for the Burnley game, so he rested him because he's only played 70 odd minutes of football in the last 3 months. The idea being that he'd be back, Lacazette into the box here. Lacazette, terrible shot's gone out for a throw-in. That is genuinely one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life. I'm not exaggerating.
Do you know what?
He's about 4 yards out and he's hit it and it's gone out for a throw-in.
He's toe bunged it, hasn't he? But Maguire was shocking there. Look, he's completely just gone round him like he wasn't there.
Turned him. Oh my God, that is weird.
That was shocking.
I mean, Maguire's gambling there. He's got his arm round him, so he's looking at him. Look, Lacazette's not trying for a penalty. Lacazette's turned and then just had the worst shot probably ever.
Arsenal coming again though.
It's a goal.
Oh my God, that looked weird. Oh, that was stressful.
Arsenal, it went wide from the edge of the box and then hit the backboards and hit the side netting, which made it look like it was a goal from where we stood. But Arsenal have really got a bit between the teeth, and you think anyone's going to get the next goal, it'll be them.
Yeah.
We need to get a grip of this game. We need to get a foothold in
They
the
look all over the place, the midfield.
Maguire, he's having a shocker.
He really is,
Luke
isn't
Shaw's not far behind him.
Lindelof is non-existent.
Lindelof's non-existent, and they're crowding out Martial whenever he gets the ball as well. And Jesse hasn't really done anything. So other than that, we're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon we'll win 4-1.
Dare I say it? I feel like people are going to be asking for Pereira soon.
Pereira, you love Pereira, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
It's actually Pereira's birthday today, so I thought he might
Is
get
it?
a card, yeah.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
I think he's 13 today.
30. I'll send him a card. I'm going to make a card when I get home tonight. And I'll send it.
Sign it to a rock and throw it through his window.
Yeah. You know me so well.
Listen, at the moment, I wouldn't mind if Pereira came on, because he can't be any worse than the 11 players on the pitch.
Come on.
No one's really covering themselves in glory at the minute.
There's a lot of feet getting tangled and people on the floor as well. It's like Boxing Day. I think a few people had a few drinks.
Yeah.
You know, and they've all got jelly legs because it was the same on Boxing Day.
Fred conceding a free kick in the middle of the panel. Well, Fred and Lingard there with Lacazette.
Lingard ends
and then
up on the floor,
Lacazette's grabbed the ball and Fred's trying to boot it.
Yeah, to be fair, Fred just did his job and kicked the ball because it's a game of football. Whereas,
yeah, I don't know what Lacazette's moaning for there.
Yeah, I mean, why would you put your hands on
it? Soraya with the shot from the edge of the box. Arsenal again breaking down the right their left. Sorry, this time. Wan-Bissaka cuts it out. It's just so annoying. It's frustrating. United haven't turned up at all. Theo Hernandez and Sancho would be great signings, and Harry Maguire was not worth 80 million, says Jamie Kirby.
We all knew he wasn't worth 80 million.
Soraya is kicking our midfielder over the park. Why did Ole take Pereira out when he played well against Burnley? Good question. What do you think?
You know what? That is a fair point. I'm sure, did I put him down in my predicted team? I might have done, because he has had one or two half-decent games compared to some of the shockers that we've seen. I did expect, especially with Matic and his, inability to play more than one game in 5 years.
Yeah.
I thought we would have seen Pereira. I was surprised.
It's frustrating as well, because this is, for me, I know this sounds crackers because he's been at the club for a long time. Oh, I'm going to Arsenal breaking here again. Again, he's going to whip this in. Luke Shaw.
Nearly fell over.
Ozil. Oh, right. I think it's offside. This is Jesse's chance. With Pereira not playing, with Pogba out. It's at the Emirates, which he's famous for. This is his chance to sort of prove his critics wrong, and he's not really taking it so far. No. It's just,
seriously, when did Lingard actually sort of prove his critics wrong last? Because we seem to be having the same discussion about Lingard a lot. It's that he's not good enough, he doesn't create anything or score or any contribution at all. It's just, at what point do we start going, is it time to move on?
Well, to be fair, right, I get that. And so the last 12 months, as everyone we've all spoke about, hasn't been great. But before that, his stats were quite good. If you look, there was a time when people were comparing him erroneously to Eden Hazard because of the stats, because his assists and goals for a brief period were really good. But then, obviously that was being a bit over the top anyway, because he's nowhere near the same class, and even his biggest supporters should know that. But, leading up to the World Cup, when he went with England to the World Cup, he was very productive. It's just the last 12 months, as we keep mentioning, he's not really offered a lot at all. You could probably name his good games on one hand. And even when you
That
make
wasn't a foul.
circumstances for him make, okay, he was injured for some of it and he's had issues and stuff. We can't afford in this United team to have passengers, and at the minute he is a bit of a passenger.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought Lingard was going to dance for us, so disappointing. Jesse Lingard offers nothing to the team. Brandon Williams is better to start than Shaw. Lingard is a sub at best. I mean, it's hard to argue with many of these comments, to be honest with you. Maguire has been shocking. No leadership. Absolutely useless this game. Slowing the game down. Non-existent in defence, says Scott. Difficult, to argue with that. I think Maguire's probably having his worst game I've seen him have for United.
I've not seen him play this bad for us. He's
I don't watch a lot of football for Leicester, but I don't remember him playing this bad for Leicester when I saw him play for them. He's another one who...
We'll do a Leicester City watch along soon. Go and join whatever fan channel they're called.
Shall we? Yeah. They've got one, is it Foxes or whatever they call it? I can't remember.
I don't know the name of it.
Do you know what I mean?
One thing I am rating at the minute is Fred's hair. It's got that bad that I've had to start looking at.
Who's got the best hair on the pitch? Is it Fred?
Fred.
Who's got the worst?
David Luiz.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I like his hair.
No.
To be fair, anyone with a better
Matic has got
hairline
a
than me,
very
to be
dull
fair.
haircut.
Matic's haircut
Maguire
just
as
stinks
well.
of Serbia, doesn't it? It's just like a Serbian hair. Like, you can imagine him just going to the butchers to get it done or something.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't care. Just, you know what I mean? I'm not here for the hairstyling. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, serious guy. Guys, get involved in the comments. Let us know what you think. Not about hair necessarily. If you do want to comment on that, feel free to. Aubameyang's got a bit of a tasty banner actually, hasn't he?
Oh, what was that?
What are you doing, De Gea? Give it to Pepe. Pepe's having a shot. He's in the post, hasn't he?
Yeah.
David De Gea's coming out. Can he clear it? He's cleared it, yes.
He's cleared
He's
it,
actually done well there to clear that. He came out and punched it when Arsenal tried to put it back into the box.
None of the teams turned up.
De
They just
Gea
haven't turned up
shaking
today.
his head, not happy.
There's just no midfield at the minute. There's no midfield, and now even like De Gea making mistakes. Maguire has been terrible. Matic looks knackered. Lingard anonymous.
The only thing
Fred's probably been our best player.
Yeah.
No one moving for Fred to pass to.
There's
No one in that hole to link the defence.
Look again, Matic is looking for some movement, and there isn't any.
So I mean, there's nobody in the hole to link the midfield and the attack.
No.
I mean, that's just ref.
No, you're not going to get a free kick there, Daniel James. He tried to play. Thing is, first 3 minutes we went down that right hand side. The lad got a booking. You thought, oh, this is it. We're going to be on it now, and it's not happening. Arsenal playing in a form, the way they defend in line, in numbers, and it's been long since we saw this amazing. It's been a long time since we saw this amazing form from Arsenal. Just showing you the second shot, I think, is it from Pepe? That I think does this hit the post?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Beat De Gea easily there.
It's the post.
Do you know what I mean though? I mean that's another big mistake from De Gea, and he's been doing them quite a few recently.
Someone says Pogba has ankle ligament injury. He's in the away stand.
Proof.
Yeah.
I want proof
Send us
of
a
that.
picture of that.
He's probably sent his brother whilst he's chartering a jet to Madrid, let's be honest.
Arsenal in the box here again. Pogba could link the midfield and attack. He's not even on the bench.
Right, well, you know what? He's not here, so there's no point even discussing all that because he's not here. He's not in the away stand. I want proof. And then I will give a formal apology if I am wrong.
Yeah,
but
do you guys think Almada is worth taking a punt on?
Another football manager wonder kid. So again, I know.
Go on, you have to enlighten me because I haven't got a Scooby Doo. He could be doing what we were talking about earlier.
I
don't know. Yeah, he's probably good. I don't know.
Probably. There we go. Probably good.
He's probably good.
Possibly, potentially, he's alright.
There's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
that he
it could be good. It could be not.
Yeah.
My question to you though, Callum, is regarding De Gea. If we go with Romero, is that not going to irritate both of us?
Why?
Regarding the way he walks out.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you like the way Romero walks out?
No,
we have an OCD
second,
issue.
Yeah.
He doesn't walk out second.
In fact,
he walks out at the end.
I'll tell you what's an even bigger problem. I was watching the Wolves game the other day, and you know where Rui Patricio, their goalkeeper, he wears a number 11 shirt. I'm sure.
That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's.
Do you remember
it's like when William Gallas wore the number 10 shirt.
I was going to say that. Do you know why he did that?
Go on.
Because of Bergkamp. They didn't want to give a striker Bergkamp's number because they felt it was too much pressure to sort of follow in the footsteps of Dennis Bergkamp. So they gave it to William Gallas as a like. So
oh my God, you're right.
So it's
so stupid.
Yeah,
stuff. Do you know what? As soon as I said it, I doubted myself and thought,
no,
do you know what? Maybe he just wears a number 1 and I had double vision because of the bear that I had or something.
No, that is a bit bizarre, isn't it?
It's stupid, that,
Very
isn't it?
strange.
Do you know what I mean? Shirt numbers do mine.
We should just bring back the 1 to 11.
Right.
Simple as
Yeah,
that.
I agree.
We've had it's all that shit with our number 7 does my head in.
I know, can't be arsed with that.
Pogba is at the hairdresser getting a new banner for Real Madrid. Sorry, you said no Pogba talk.
Nah, something like that I will support. Yeah, he probably is. Anything that's about him going to Madrid.
Luke Shaw. Where's Luke Shaw?
Oh,
Jesus
Maguire there
Christ.
covering. Was it Maitland-Niles breaking down the right? We've been really poor, says Ultimate Treble. I agree.
Yeah.
Shaw walking back on every attack. He's so unfit.
What?
See, clearly Arteta is the one for the team. Really took Arsenal in form. Well, listen, Arteta's in his second game, right? Only won whatever it was, 12 on the trot. So, you know, you can hit the ground running when you come into a club and do well.
Corner here for Arsenal.
I'm always nervous on corners anyway.
I know, it's not nice, is it?
Is that Sean Massey as the lineswoman, I should say. All official. Oh, it's a second. I don't believe that. And it's him. Socrates, is it? That again, he's an absolute comedy of errors. I don't know what David De Gea's doing there, but it looks to me initially like he should have done better. I'm gonna have to see this properly. United just have not turned up today. 2-0 now to Arsenal. United just have not turned up.
Is he asleep?
No, I think they're looking. They look like
Did he not look asleep?
They're looking at a replay here. Right, I'm just watching his corner come in. David De Gea just makes an absolute pig's ear of it.
And
it
goes
flips
past.
on. It's straight onto him and he pushes it straight into Lindelof. And I think, does he push it straight into Lindelof?
It goes right past Rashford and Lindelof. He hits it. It goes off Lindelof's back. To Arsenal's number 5.
Do you know why we've not turned up? It's because everyone else around was lost. So we couldn't be asked.
Right. We said this, and I've said this so many times, but how many mistakes do we keep giving David De Gea? Like, is it just carte blanche because he played here 4 years out of 5, he can just keep costing us points? Because that, for me, is a terrible mistake by David De Gea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it is. And you can add that to the one against, was it Everton? Crystal Palace?
We all thought the contract situation was the problem.
Watford, where it went through his hands.
He's having
a stinker.
Best paid goalkeeper in the world, isn't he, at the minute? And he's playing like this.
I know, and it's like, you know, I've said this before, and people say, oh, well, you look at how many times he got us out of trouble, and how many times he did this, and how many times he did that. But he's costing us games. David and the team have a poor attitude. I don't know if it's his attitude, to be honest with you. I just don't think he's on form.
I don't think it's necessarily his attitude, because I think he does show that he cares. Do you know what I mean? He's clearly, like, it's not like he just can't be asked, because you see his frustrations from it.
Someone else is saying, what are you on about? He didn't see it till the last minute. For me, I just think he's got to do better. I really do. Are any of our other keepers better than David De Gea, though? Someone's asking.
There you go, Rashford through.
Rashford, is it? He's sort of slowed it down here. He's not even going to get his
Never
shot.
mind.
Nah, it's just one of these days already. Shaping up. We could do with getting a goal back before half time, but I just don't see it.
I mean, the only thing I can hope for is, what was that game the other week when, I can't remember which game it was.
That's it. Just giving it away, man.
When it was, when we'd gone into the game pretty confident, and then I can't remember what the half-time score was. It was the Europa League one where we was dead certain that we was probably going to, like, have a decent game, and then we were just crap the first half, and then Ollie must have given some half-time Coach Carter-esque. Yeah, it was some Coach Carter-esque half-time talk, and we came out and had a great game. That's the only thing I can hope for here, is that he's got his Coach Carter head on.
It's his confidence. Someone's saying, I think something about the hey, we have a better keeper in Henderson, bring him back. Dean Henderson's a good keeper. I think Sergio Romero's a good keeper. Some people arguing De Gea didn't see that till late. I still think he's got to do better. I'm sorry, but he should be watching a flight like that ball. And I know it comes off as a flick on, but he doesn't do anything with it. He just pushes it into Lindelof. It's neither here
He's
nor
like
there.
a bit panicky one. I think that's the one area in the squad where we probably don't need to worry about, though, really, goalkeeping.
We've got options, haven't we?
I think if De Gea was to stop, I think, you know, we've got Romero. We've got Henderson out on loan.
The mighty Lee Grant.
Lee Grant, eh?
Lee Grant, yeah. He's got a dream job, him, hasn't he? Being a third choice goalkeeper earns whatever amount a week.
I saw him, I think
does nothing.
he was on one of the United Instagram pages.
It's a great
doing
ball for Marcus Martial's just not being able to get his foot in there.
He did some kind of swipe up for one of the United Instagrams, and I was like, that's proof that he's still there. Like, because I was a bit like, maybe he's just
That's a foul.
That's a foul on Daniel James.
That's a complete foul. Should be his second yellow card as well, by the way.
Do not rate Daniel James's hair as well, FYI.
Why?
Too much
Lovely
going on.
booth.
I'm sorry, but how's that not a
You're
second
just
yellow?
jealous.
I'm not criticising. I think it's a lovely head of hair. I
I
don't
know,
know why
that's
you're
what I'm
being
saying.
so
You're
harsh.
jealous.
Do you know what? If you can't rate his hair, what do you think about mine? My God, you must hate mine.
No,
Hey,
I don't hate
this
yours.
is what it's come to, guys. We're right
Yeah.
rating hair.
My issue is that they have got the time, money, all that stuff to have the best hairdos in town.
Free kick coming in
Yeah.
now. Fred's
Is
going
that
to
Fred?
whip
Of
this
course
one
it
in.
is.
Oh,
my
Maguire.
God.
Oh, come on, Maguire.
Oh, I actually got
that just
excited
sums
then.
up his evening so far.
He looks
It was a-
fuming.
Header there from Maguire, 6 yards out, and he's more or less headed it straight down. So it's bounced up and it's an easy save for the keeper. Should have done better there.
The whistle has gone after that extra minute of added time. Half time at the Emirates, and it's been a bit crap to be honest. Arsenal are leading 2-0. There's not much to say. I don't even want to do. We're not doing half time.
No, we're not doing a poll on who's the best player. That's
No,
ridiculous.
because we couldn't even find four
yeah,
for the
We'll
poll.
do a poll on the worst.
2.
Yeah,
I think Fred's been alright.
Fred. We'll have a chat now about that awful first half. But in the meantime, get involved in the comments, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and let us know your thoughts. What do we need to change? What subs do we need to make? What do you expect is going to happen in the next half? Can United bounce back? Can Ollie give a half-decent half-time talk and get everyone's head sorted out? Or is it going to be a bit of a mare? Let us know in the comments. Get involved. Any questions? Anything you want to say on the game? Just let us know.
For me, I'd just get Greenwood as soon as possible. You've got to change something. I'd probably get a left back on as well. I think.
I think I'd bring Williams on.
Williams and maybe bring Matic off.
I think we have an issue. Yeah, but we have the issue of
I mean, our midfield just
he doesn't like bringing players on until about 60, 70,
I know,
80
that's the
minutes.
issue.
does he? So
the
he's-
problem is as well. Is like you bring on Mason Greenwood. All right, I think what do you do? Take off Jesse?
That's the thing.
Is it that?
Probably,
How
yeah.
would you shuffle it around if you're going to do that?
I
I'm
think
not saying I
I
wouldn't
think
do
you
it.
could
I'm just
probably
saying,
could
how
you not
would that
play?
work?
You'd probably put Martial at false 9 maybe, drop him back a little bit, and then I think you could probably do that. That'd probably be the best thing. But no one's covered themselves in glory in the past 45 minutes. None of them were good enough.
No.
Like, to be honest, I don't think Rashford's done much either.
Rashford and Martial's been crowded out. Rashford hasn't really got into the game. Jesse Lingard hasn't done.
Midfield hasn't been able to
really,
get any good passes going forward to link up with the forwards. Maguire's been terrible. Shaw's been terrible. De Gea's again made another mistake that he needs to be doing better in.
Bring Matic on off for who? What are you on about? Who could you bring on if you brought Matic off?
I've forgotten the subs, to be honest.
Right, hang on. Let's bring up the subs there now.
Yeah, do you want me to get more?
Let's have a look. Right, so we've got Romero. Obviously, that's not an option. Jones, Mata, Pereira, Young, Greenwood, Williams.
So your main ones there is Williams, dare I say it, Pereira and Mata.
So you couldn't.
Yeah, that's what it'd be. Wouldn't it? You'd probably bring Pereira on for Matic, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because he can play quite a few roles in midfield.
If I was to do a change now, personally, I'd take off Lingard. I don't think he's done anything. And I'd probably, I know you're not gonna like it. I'd probably bring on Pereira for Lingard. I'd probably bring on Williams for Shaw, and
Maybe later on. Bring
maybe
Greenwood
later.
in.
Yeah, maybe. Trouble I have with Greenwood is I know he does shine when he comes on, but at times Ollie brings him on and like shifts him over to the left. I think he did it against Palace. Like gives him 20 minutes or whatever on the left. It's not enough.
I've just seen my mate then text.
rather see him be given a
Maguire's
bit more
forgotten how
chance.
to head the ball in the net since coming to United, because he used to do it a lot for England, well, Leicester and especially England.
He did it against us. He scored more goals with his head against us, hasn't he, than he scored for us.
He's not
He
even scored for us yet, has he?
last minute winner, didn't he? Equaliser, sorry, against us a few years ago at the King Power. But, you know, you bring him in and you think, right, he's got all these attributes. He can bring the ball out of defence. He's a leader. He can head the ball as well. He's a bit of a threat on set pieces. And so far, we're not seeing any of those traits. You know, he's had one good game. Well, not one good game, but he's had one outstanding game, I think, at the Etihad. Other than that, he's been okay. But he needs to step up a little bit. Williams, Andreas and Mata should have started instead of Shaw, Matic and Lingard. I think that's, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I think you're right. I think the best we can go for is a draw. Lingard is trash. Mata for Lingard, Andreas for Matic. No way we're winning. Ollie, Lingard, Fred out. Fred out, behave. Freddie's our only player that could come off that pitch this half, and with his head held high, I think he was our only decent player. Mata is slow. What is he going to do in this game? Something. Listen, at the moment, we
We'll
haven't got
take
many
anything
options.
at this point.
It's just
annoying because it was our opportunity to close the gap again on the top 4, and we've had multiple chances to do that, and we've not took any of them. And I thought today, finally, after the win against Burnley in the form that was shown, I thought today finally we'd have been able to do it.
So people saying here, no tactics, nothing at all. Get rid of the manager.
That's
like
right. What? No one was saying this when we beat Burnley and beat City and beat Tottenham. I mean,
is that going to solve anything right now? Really? I don't know if people are being daft or if they're actually being truthful. But if say Pochettino is the obvious candidate comes in, does Pochettino turn this team around? I don't think he does.
No, I don't think any manager does.
I think you've got to give Ollie till the end of the season, and then in the summer you see where we finished, and you say, right, if we finish, say for example, we finish 6th and we don't win anything, you say that's not good enough.
Is it not good enough?
Well, you might do. I mean, depends. It depends on the nature of it. If you finish 6th, say by like 2 points, you might argue that he's brought in some young players. There's progress been made. We look at a decent team moving forward. If the Paul Pogba situation doesn't resolve himself and we don't have Pogba for the rest of the season, there are mitigating circumstances. If at the end of the season we finished nowhere near the top 4, Pogba's played and he still can't get a tune out of this team, then you might say, time to go. Get rid of Ollie only comes out when we're losing. Everyone says like all the people that want to get rid of Ollie, almost all of them want Pochettino to come in. But I just don't. For starters, I'm a bit. I know you can't really be on the fence with someone like Pochettino, but I am a little bit, if I'm being honest. I don't know if he's the answer. Yes, getting rid of Ollie in the summer might be the answer, but I'm not 100% sold on Pochettino. I'm really not. Even if he's a bit of a better option than Ollie, he's still a bit unproven. He's still never won anything. He's still finished 3rd in a 2-horse race, so there's a lot of question marks there.
I also think that when you bring in a new manager in, yeah, like we saw it with Ollie, like morale was lifted and we had a great run of results and everything, but I don't think bringing somebody in now is going to give Pochettino the time to suddenly get some miraculous results out of those players. They're still going to be the same players. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, because he's going to wave a magic wand and they're all going to become, like Ronaldo. No, but do you know what I mean? There's, as much as he might be able to change certain things, people's mentality, maybe their tactics and stuff, he's not going to, create miracles, is he?
No, you're right. I think you're completely right. I mean, the thing with any team is you always need 3 or 4 sort of really top level players to build the team around. And at the minute, we haven't really got that. At the moment, on that pitch right now, you can argue we've got Marcus and Martial, and maybe on his day De Gea, but he's not on his day.
No.
Adam Wan-Bissaka, sorry. I think he's pretty, sort of hit the ground running as a right back.
Well, this is what I was saying.
We've got so many 5 out of 10 players there.
Yeah.
And not just tonight, but in general. Luke Shaw for me is a 5 out of 10 more than anything else. Jesse's been 5 out of 10 now for about on and off for 12
Lindelof,
months.
I think, has been very up.
Lindelof's a 5 out of 10.
Matic is a 3
5 yeah.
Matic is probably a 2. Jesus.
So I'm not just talking about tonight. I mean, in general, that's the standard they're at, and you can't have that.
You need more players constantly putting in 6, 7s, not like with the likes of Matic and players like that. They constantly put in the 4s and the 5s. I mean, this goal there, it's just a joke.
I think
innit?
Rio's just pointing out there the lack of communication and the way that Arsenal just managing to find space here.
Because it was Maguire was the one calling for offside, and he was the one keeping them on.
Luke Shaw, to be fair, he's got 2 players near him, but not near him, but he's got 2 players he should be covering, but he can't cover 2. So it's just a comedy of errors. You can pinpoint maybe 4 or 5 players that haven't covered himself in glory. This is just the sad thing as well, is that Arsenal have got a new manager in. Pepe is a player that, I slagged him off before the Watchalong or the stream started, sorry, but was saying that, obviously he did something to get that move, and 72 million quid, there's a player there, if you can get a tune out of him. Now, you've got a tune out of him so far, if he kicks on, if Ozil suddenly decides to turn up, Arsenal might have a chance. Do you know what I mean? We've seen the bounce that a new manager can give you.
We know it firsthand, really, I suppose, don't we?
I can't even watch that second goal.
Again, I was critical of De Gea. We're just watching the second goal.
Watch the way that they've just highlighted that, the way he just ran round and no one seems to even take note.
I mean, there's a lack there though of.
Where was Luke Shaw?
I don't know. Again though, it just does seem a bit of a comedy.
Where was Wan-Bissaka there?
I don't know. I think De Gea. For me, I just think De Gea's got.
I think that was just De Gea's fault. I think he needs to be a bit more about him there.
Because the way he sort of fallen backwards and pushed it as well. He's given himself no chance to get any purchase on it. He can't really push it very far. So I don't know. People may disagree, but I think De Gea's not covered himself in glory. I think most of the team hasn't really. People get involved in the comments. Someone saying Shaw's a coward and doesn't have the stomach for it anymore. Jose sussed him out straight away. Thing is, he steps up under Jose. He got a lot of stick, and he steps up.
Who was that? Sorry.
It's Luke Shaw. He did, and now he just seems to have gone backwards. Ollie will never get us close to winning the league. What has anyone seen to suggest he can? He got the job because he's an old mate. That's the bottom line.
Ooh.
Well, I don't think anyone's getting us to win the league with this team, if we're being brutally honest. Our midfield is a problem. De Gea should have punched. Again, people saying De Gea should have punched, and someone else saying, how was that De Gea's fault?
Seems to be a bit subjective, that one, doesn't it?
Lingard should be ashamed of himself. Deserves all the abuse. I don't think he deserves some of the abuse he gets.
No
he
one
crosses the line for
deserves
me.
like full-on abuse.
But I think you can be critical of him because he's not been good enough.
Yeah, some of the abuse he gets. I mean, he's been reports of him getting racially abused and all that. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
If you're racially abusing anyone, you're a dickhead. Matic is a problem, big problem. Matic is a problem, but he shouldn't be playing.
I know.
That's
How
the
has
thing.
he managed to creep his way?
I thought Nemanja Matic would be on a plane to Italy by now.
100%.
I thought midnight would have hit and he wouldn't have been celebrating. He'd have been gone already.
Someone saying, why didn't we bring on Pogba? That is a very good
question.
question.
Oh my God, breaking news.
I can't believe we've started this game without Paul Pogba.
This is a disgrace. Yeah, breaking news. Google his name and you'll find out.
Do you know one thing, right? Someone said Ed Woodward, and this is what annoys me a little bit, right? We've seen all this grief for Ollie, Jesse, everyone, right? On the comments, and I get it because you've every right to expect a better performance as a Manchester United fan than what we're seeing right now. But why are people not looking at Ed Woodward? Why is it all Ollie? Why is it all Jesse?
But I say this every single time we do a watch along. Every single time I do it, I say,
conning a living.
Yeah, £5 million a year he earns, and it's not Ollie's fault that the likes of Matic and Fred and Lingard and all these players have to start. It's not his fault. Do you know what I mean? It's Ed Woodward's fault for failing to deliver on promises. I mean, you could even argue about Haaland going to Dortmund.
This is one good one. Charlie Brooks says Greenwood is the most creative option off the bench. Lingard off, Greenwood on. Go 4-2-4.
Go all out. I mean,
I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If we did that and went down fighting, I'd have stomach it. But this absolute impotent performance in the first half was ridiculous. Maguire is legit overrated. 25 million defender at best.
Oh, he's got a bit more than that, I think. But
how do you feel about Gedson Fernandes? You're the expert on him, Cal. You've seen him.
Well, I tried to sign him on my save for Football Manager, and he turned me down and went to City. So
right, well, not interested.
Fuck him.
Gedson Fernandes. How is Lingard a United player? I'm fitter than Shaw. Matic and Fred were horrible. I'm not having that with Fred. I thought he was our best player.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He was brilliant. Well, not brilliant, but he was definitely
Junior Charles says United should buy Ben Rama from Brentford, who has tricky skills like Messi, causes chaos in the opposition midfield and scores goals himself. Our midfield is so defensive. That's an interesting say, that. Listen, lots of hate for Jesse, lots of questioning of Matic and Maguire. Completely understand it. I just think these problems run deeper than these individual performances. We're saying it all the time. Too often this season, United just haven't been good enough. And as soon as Paul Pogba was out today, with Scott McTominay out as well, you start to worry. We've spent a lot of money in the summer, but we've also let a lot of players go and we haven't replaced them. We didn't replace Lukaku. Sanchez, you can argue, he was terrible anyway, so is that really a massive loss? Probably not. But Ander Herrera, we definitely didn't replace him, and I loved Ander Herrera.
I mean, no, so did I. I mean, I was annoyed because I got him on the back of my shirt, and then he bloody left 6 months later.
Well, even if, right, you look at it, and even if you think Herrera, because Maka had this argument with Gary Neville, where Gary Neville was like, well, Herrera wasn't that good, he was okay, you know, and all this sort of stuff. You're taking out a regular first-team player. That is a player that always played when he was fit under Ole. He was a first-team player under Herrera. So you take him out, and you've not replaced him. Do
you know what?
So that is weakening your team. It doesn't matter whether you rate him or not. You're weakening your squad because you're taking out appearances. When Romelu Lukaku leaves, whether you like Romelu Lukaku or not, he scored 42 goals in 96 games for Manchester United Football Club. You're taking 42 goals away from the squad and you're not replacing it. You could argue that Greenwood replaces Sanchez, and I'm with you on that because Sanchez was wasting fucking space and Greenwood scores goals and creates chances. But you can't take out someone like Lukaku, not replace him, and then wonder how you're short of goals at times or short of different options. You can't take out Ander Herrera and then have a Paul Pogba who's disillusioned, and when he doesn't play and somebody gets injured, you're fucking wheeling out Nemanja Matic for his second game in 3 days. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, you could even argue we didn't even replace Fellaini, and he was quite a big part of the team as well. At
Mate,
one point.
I'll give you that as well because again, even if you don't like Manuel Fellaini, which a lot of United fans don't, you're taking out a player who started a lot of games and, believe it or not, actually scored some important goals, including the winner against Arsenal at Old Trafford 2 seasons ago. So, fair enough, you don't like Fellaini, you don't want to see him in United shirt, I get that. Replace him then.
Yeah, at least replace him.
Bring someone in who can get you goals from midfield.
Yeah.
Bring someone in who can replace Lukaku's goals. Bring someone in who can act like a bit of a midfield enforcer, like Ander Herrera is. Don't just get rid of them all and then go, tell you what, right, we'll strengthen our defence and just don't worry about midfield and don't worry about attack. That's just insane. It's nonsense. And when you look at what other clubs are doing, who we aspire to challenge, it just makes you, the mind boggles.
It's just so frustrating when you see certain other clubs doing so well. I mean,
second half's almost underway here, by the way, guys.
Again, this isn't Ollie's fault. It's Ed Woodward. Why is he not replacing these players?
I mean, people go, Ollie's a yes man. If he isn't a yes man, he'll get sacked. So if he comes out and says this board are a disgrace, Woodward's an idiot, Ollie will be gone, just as Jose ended up going as well. So he's on a bit of a hiding to nothing. We do need a strong manager to come in, but I just don't know if it ever happens under the Glazers. I don't know if you're ever going to get a manager who's going to come in and publicly go toe-to-toe with him. I don't think you are. I think we're kidding ourselves.
No, do you know what? These people keep going, oh, well, Ollie's the ass man. Well, if that's the case, and so was David Gill, so was Alex Ferguson, so was Jose Mourinho until a certain point when he realised it was going wrong and he needed to try and save face. All these people were yes men as well. You need to start looking at that as well instead of just blaming Ollie as soon as you want. Anyway, the second half started.
Yeah, someone's saying we strengthened our defence, lol. Yeah, that's a good point. We allegedly strengthened our defence, I should have said. We spent a lot of money on our defence. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka strengthened it, but Maguire, dare I say, it's been a bit of a sideways move so far.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter saying that
Matic is terrible, someone's saying.
Maguire and Smalling could be our best partnership. Not Maguire and Lindelof.
I think people are getting a bit too excited about Smalling.
Do you know that? Do you think it's a bit of
I think...
What's going on there?
I'd have been upset if he didn't do well in the Italian league. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like as much as I don't necessarily rate him, I rated him enough to make maybe 1 or 2 waves in the Italian league.
I think there's always an element of you have these sort of rose-tinted glasses when you look back at players. People have done it with Johnny Evans. People have said, "Oh, Johnny Evans, we never should have got rid of him." Yes, we should. Yeah. He was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his United career, and I rated Johnny Evans very highly when he came through. You know, at one point we got rid of PK because we didn't think we needed him because we had Johnny Evans.
Remember PK?
Yeah.
I forget he played for us.
I know.
No, he went on loan, I think. PK went on loan, and Johnny Evans went to Sunderland, if memory serves. Had a really good season. He was only like 20, and it was like the logic was that you'd have Evans, Smalling, and Jones as your 3 backups to Rio and Vidic, so you didn't need PK. I mean, obviously, you know, it looks like a fucking idiotic decision. But at the time, it sort of made sense.
I always forget the name of him.
Fred's done well to escape a booking now. He's just hacked down Lacazette and then went mad at the ref for giving him a foul, giving a free kick.
It was a weird one, that. I love it when players do that.
Right. He's just hacked him down at sort of shin height. The ref blew up for a free kick and Fred went mad at the ref. See, I'm all for that. Fred's growing on me. Freddie Ljungberg there in the stands.
He looked like he had a little lunch tray or something in front of him then.
His prawn sandwiches at the Emirates.
Ferguson had a bad start and pulled it back due to experience. The FA don't give managers enough time to improve their squad. I don't know why. I think you mean in the transfer window. Ferguson had a bad start and pulled it... Oh, sorry, I just read that. United should get the same throwing coach Liverpool got and Klopp was ridiculed for. I think that any help we could get at the moment would be, welcome. I don't think throw-ins are necessarily our issue. I think it's,
There's a few things that come above it.
So to paraphrase David Moyes, we need to improve our defending, creating chances, finishing and passing.
We need to, yeah. I remember when he did that. I remember saying, so we need to improve at playing football.
Mate, my favourite one was when against Bayern Munich, keep going back to that game, when Rooney was injured but he played him anyway. He said that Wayne was having problems kicking the ball. But we played him because, that's not an important part of football, is it?
No, not at all.
VAR is our only hope. I don't even think
we're
VAR, you need to put the ball in the net or something for VAR to help you. And we've not done that. Martial trying to link up with Rashford, played a through ball there. A little bit too much on it. United needs to press from the front, man. United just don't want it today. I think Daniel James was the best bargain. He's had a good season, Daniel James, and I didn't expect him to play as much football as he has. Still think he's got a little bit to go, but that's understandable because it is only early in his Manchester United career, his Premier League career for that matter. So,
Arsenal. I was going to say Arsenal have done quite well.
I don't want Bissaka there. I think it's time for the board to put a foot down and sack Ollie, sell the deadwood, and buy real Man United players. Thing is, right, we have got rid of some of the deadwood. in terms of Lukaku, Smalling, Sanchez, there's talk of Rojo going as well. Matic, I know he's playing tonight, but apparently he was on his way out at one point. It's all very well getting rid of these players, but you got to replace them. And this board just, we're already hearing rumours that we won't get anyone in January.
We won't do. 100%
Fred's
don't think we will
committed
do.
about his 80th foul of the game so far there, and he's not got a yellow card yet. He's done
Luke Shaw,
Pepe running
absolutely done.
Harry Maguire there was challenged at about 2 minutes too late.
Oh, God.
Fred, man on. Can't hear me, sorry. Guys, get involved in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well, and we will have all the post-match reaction.
Lost the ball.
Oh,
Just Dom in the background there going, oh, God.
Dom's obviously a secret Arsenal fan, that's why he was saying that. Cause the man, Matic there. Go on, to Jesse.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he got away with that one, Jesse, there. It was a terrible touch, and he's bought a free kick. Even though I'm an Arsenal fan, says Ali Hall, James is better than Ozil. Fucking, yeah.
I tell you what.
No offence, mate. I know you're being quite, objective there, but I think most players are better than Ozil. Even being,
Is it Ozil or Ozil?
Ozil. He doesn't seem to want it anymore, does he? Mesut.
Mesut.
Oh, is that Meg there from Maguire?
Pepe has turned it on today, to be fair.
Why is he holding his chest like that, right? Harry Maguire has barely touched him, and Pepe's gone down like someone's just, putting him in the chest.
Because it's the Oscar nomination soon, alright?
Oh, is it? I love the Oscars.
You do as well, actually, don't you?
I went off him a little bit with that Oscars so white thing, where it just went all a bit political.
Yeah.
But no, now I'm back on it.
Oh, good.
What? I don't know what that means. I wish we still had
What?
Lukaku and Sanchez, says Chris Roberts.
No, you
Sanchez.
don't. That's such
Mate,
rubbish.
no one wishes we still had Sanchez. He just never, ever turned up. Alexis Sanchez was like the bus on Christmas Day. He's just never going to arrive.
Or a Northern Rail train.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. We need to follow Real Madrid's lead and have proper squad overhaul with statement signings. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
But to be fair, even Madrid are struggling of late.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they got rid of Zidane, and then everything went to shit, and then they had to get him back ASAP to kind of steady the ship again. And
they're so brutal at Real Madrid.
they are so brutal.
Yeah,
It's
do you know
horrible.
what?
I'd hate
winning
to
the
play at
Champions
Real
League
Madrid.
like back to back and getting sacked anyway.
I know.
I mean, the thing is, Pogba thinks he gets stick from United fans. If he plays,
He's got no chance.
he's got no chance surviving at Real
Someone was
Madrid.
saying this before on social media, and it was a good point. It's like, do Real Madrid go all out for Paul Pogba, right? Or do they go out for someone like Mbappe? And if they don't go out for Paul Pogba, who does? Who comes in and gives you upwards of 100 million for Paul Pogba?
Exactly.
Maybe PSG.
You know what? That is a good
That's
point.
it,
Someone mentioned. I think it was on one of these watch. I think it was when it was bring your sibling to work day, and I brought my brother.
All right. Okay.
I think he made the point of saying, if you look, because we have a bring your sibling to work day.
Yeah. Our kid's not coming now.
No. He said if you go through like the top teams, who is going to spend that much money on him?
Exactly. Andy Martial trying to make something happen. He's given it to Jesse.
Oh.
Jesse with a shot that was blocked, so he's still not got his shot on target for the year's gone now, isn't it? So
yeah.
he could have started 2020 better than he left 2019.
New year, new Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Jay to start stamping his feet like he did on the last Watchalong.
I think I'm that deflated.
You've not even got a stamp.
I've not even got a stamp in me. I don't want Bissaka's trying to create something.
Oh shit.
Right.
Just lost it. Just no movement
No,
from any of the
there's no
players.
movement and there's no sort of plan.
No.
It's just...
Well, there's movement from Arsenal right now. Oh.
You did well there, sure, actually.
Yeah.
Sort of sting out and give it back to the Hayes. Played it to Fred. United trying to counter.
United try and counter slower than anything, though.
We need a goal within the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes, really, to any chance of winning this.
This is so slow, I can't
Which
compare
is
it.
very, very unlikely. Jesse on the edge of about 25 yards out to Fred. Fred plays it into Marcus. Give it to Dan James. Dan James on the right hand side.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a glorified pass back. Come on. He's tried. I don't know why he's trying to do that. He's tried to sort of. He's on the right and he's trying to side foot it onto the near post on his right foot. But
Oh, it deflected, I think, to be fair.
I think you're right. I think he's actually tried to cross it. Pogba will run his contract down and leave for free to Juve again. I know he's got a fucking year on his contract, I know. I don't think he's running his contract down.
I think he's got a while.
I think they are starting. I think his agent is starting to panic that this Real Madrid saga is just going to die a bit of a death.
Yeah. I don't think it's happening.
I don't, and I think they've missed the boat on it massively.
I think if you look at the way Raiola was going on a few weeks ago about how Pogba wants to stay, I think he knew that in January no one's coming in for him. I think he got the feelers that like there's not a bid coming in. So let's say he wants to stay, and then I think Raiola was still hoping that the Haaland to United thing might be a goer. So he's like, just build players, get players in. That's obviously not happened. So now I think we're in a bit of a quandary. We've got a player who doesn't want to be at United, and he's arguably our best player. But we want money for him. We want the sort of money that he should command, and I don't think anyone's going to pay it. And I think United may have to make a tough decision and just say, right, do we just get our money back for Paul Pogba? If we got 89 million quid for him, would that be all right? Because I think someone would probably pay that.
I think you could probably get 100 million at least, just because of the terms
Fred's
of his...
having a shot from distance.
He actually got it on target this time.
Target, but he was never going to...
New year, new Fred. He's actually managed to not balloon it over the bar.
Fred's been our best player today. I don't care what anyone says he has. I mean, it's a very sort of shallow pool to choose from, innit? But being honest, no one's really played very well.
I don't think there is anyone else to even consider, is there?
No, everyone else has been terrible.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, the whole... Well, I know Wan-Bissaka's been okay.
Yeah.
To be fair,
he's not been as bad as the rest of the defence.
I don't think he's done much wrong.
Where's it?
He's not done much right, though.
Just nobody to pass to, look. Just nobody moving.
You'd think, and this is what annoys me when United are behind, you'd think we were winning sooner. There's no urgency. There's no care. No one's really demanding the ball and saying, like, give it to me, let's make things happen. Why don't we just sign you three? You'd be class. You're all ballers, says Jack. Says Jack Ashcroft. Thanks, Jack.
Oh,
right.
I'm glad you recognise.
You've never seen me play football.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Hey, mate, honestly, you won't let me peel the half-time oranges.
Do you know what? I've had enough of Lingard now. Get him off. Can't be arsed. Every time he gets a ball, he fucking does nothing with it. Donkey.
As you can see, Cal's sitting on the fence when it comes to Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, tell us
Mason getting ready, someone's saying. That's what I mean. Like, look at this Arsenal team. I said before it's one of the worst Arsenal teams I've ever seen. And it is.
Your mate as well.
Oh, Mason's
always looking through them. What did you call them? Carpet samples.
Got his carpet samples out there. Yeah, I like the terracotta. Yeah, get that one.
Terracotta carpet.
I don't know. They usually have names like that, don't they? I like the, Summer's Dawn. Yeah, get that one.
Summer's Dawn?
Yeah, they've all got weird names, haven't they? Colours. Carpets, haven't they? I don't know.
Haven't colours all got weird names? Yeah, orange is a dead weird name, innit?
Yeah.
Can we having car companies call the colours stupid names?
You are?
It's having car companies do it with their cars. They call like brown, sunset, orange and all that
That's
crap.
what I mean, man. Come on. Just get Mason on, get Pereira on, get Jesse.
Somebody move for the ball.
Take Dan James off. That is absolutely fucking shocking, Harry Maguire. Seriously.
Here we go. We've got a double sub here.
Right, Jesse's
Lingard. Is that off? Yeah, Lingard for Pereira. Expected.
Jesse, that's one of his worst games ever, and I'm, struggling for ways to stick up for him, mate. You got to bring it back. Seriously.
Yeah, and Dan James off for Greenwood.
Yeah.
Right, positive now, guys. He's made a change, and it's the 57th minute, not the 97th minute. So, and Pereira's looking like he's the boss.
There's always hope when Andreas Pereira's on the pitch.
Listen, if I'm trying to be positive and he's coming onto the pitch, then we can all be positive.
So before, Andreas Pereira's one of our best players.
I love the attitude on his face when he ran onto the pitch. They say, right, guys, I'm in charge. I'm here now. Don't worry.
We're going now. Hey, Fred and Andreas,
there was a
best
forward
Brazilians
pass on then.
You can get. And Wan-Bissaka now. Mason just getting his first touch.
Right, I've got high hopes for this.
Oh, I friggin' haven't.
Well, you need to get on board.
Right, Nemanja Matic there.
Don't mess it up.
Just trying to work. They're working well as a unit, Arsenal. Give them credit.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm not going to say United then.
No,
I know, yeah.
I'm a bit shocked. Oh, God.
Pass the friggin' thing.
Oh, my God. This is stressful. Oh, my God. How was that stressful, that?
Pereira was through then. Matic did well. Played him through, but Pereira at the side netting.
Yeah.
Just having a look now.
But that camera angle was a bit stressful.
He's onside.
Yeah.
He is on, yeah.
He's got to do better there.
Yeah, he has.
Get your foot round the ball and get it on target, and he sliced it. His only mitigating factor is he's just come on and it's his first touch, so you can give him that one. But that was a chance. And if he hits the target and the keeper paddies it, Mason Green was waiting. So.
But you know, more of that.
It's a shot which have been in short supply
We
in this
need
game.
to
Get on with it, you muppet. Leno's just taking his time now to go kick.
I really hate that Arsenal stadium.
The Emirates.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
It's just full of muppets as well, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, Old Trafford's falling down, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, and this is a debate that we can have another time, but I wouldn't mind if we had a new stadium moved.
No, I don't. No, I'd rather stay at Old Trafford.
No.
Saying that, though, I think we've got such an area, although you could probably.
You're just restricted on that side.
You're restricted. You got the canal and the railway, and apparently
Yeah.
there's issues. You got to keep going up on one side, and it's like I don't know. I just think that people say, "Oh, well, you lose the history." You don't. Like,
no, you don't.
Bayern Munich didn't lose their history when they moved to the Allianz Arena.
But Real Madrid are investing 500 million on their stadium.
Oh, their new stadium looks
Get your feet
amazing.
together there. It was a bit unlucky there, Tony Marsh.
But
Not
to
really
be
happening
fair,
for Martial and Rashford. Neither of them really switched on today.
One thing with a lot of Spanish stadiums, from the outside, they look very prison-like. I will say that. Like the Bernabeu and the Nou Camp, in my opinion, look awful from the outside.
Yeah, but the investment in the Bernabeu was going to look amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is like I rate the change because at least it's going to look half decent from the outside now. I've seen the model of it.
Yeah, I've still got the San Siro's going, mate.
Someone says Old Trafford is wank compared to the Emirates.
Oh,
right, okay. Stamford Bridge is falling down, and so is Old Trafford. It's not like a nursery rhyme. The Nemanja Matic is getting lots of the ball. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he's doing all right as well.
Giving up. Look, just throw yourself
Luke
to the
Shaw,
floor.
right, just lose it, throws himself to the floor, and then he's running back with all the urgency of a geriatric.
He's a big
honestly,
big lump, isn't he? God, he's useless.
This has been as bad as United have been this season, and that is saying something considering how shit we were against likes of Bournemouth and West Ham and.
We completely won the ball. I'm sorry, but he's done at United. I think Shaw. I'd be surprised if he was still here next season.
It's just.
You know what though? It's United, so it wouldn't surprise me if he was still.
He'll probably be captain.
Still bobbing around, yeah.
Probably director of football in about 5 years. Aye.
Arsenal getting ready to make a sub.
Who's this knob?
Oh, the poor guy's done that wrong. He's just stood there.
Get up! No, you go off that side of the pitch.
Yeah, they're telling him. Oh, thank you, ref.
Right, Pepe trying to. Look at the state of those fans. Honestly, right.
Martial is
pushing him off.
Go on, Anthony.
Shove him off the pitch, mate. Yeah, Maguire was trying to tell him and trying to push him, and Pepe was pushing back, and then the ref told him to move.
Yeah, and then
Marcus is just, thrown him.
If anyone's wondering what's going on, when you get sub now, I'm sure you're all aware, you go off the nearest touchline, you don't walk back to the dugout. Pepe has tried, he's been subbed for Nelson, whoever that is. So I'll be eating my words soon when he bangs on him more. So he tried to go the long way round, and Andy Maguire's having none of it, and then Anthony Martial
launched him into the
Emirates.
That was class.
Yeah. Oh, we should have seen more of that. Why did
probably
the
That's the highlight.
That's the highlight, yeah.
I know, it was annoying that they cut to the replay.
I know, fuck's sake.
Look, there's just no one moving for the
saying
ball.
Matic is our best player. Right, Matic is having a better half this half than he did last half, and he's having a lot of the ball. And he did play a good through ball for Pereira, I'll give you that.
Look, where's the midfield?
I would swap Shaw for Chilwell plus a bit of cash. I'd swap Shaw for a traffic cone at the minute, if I'm being brutally honest. He's absolutely having a bit of a stinker. Watch Nelson score. I know, I shouldn't have said that, Glenn. You're right.
Yeah, well done, you.
I already did it with Pepe, didn't I? I didn't know it's him at Old Trafford, so he got subbed.
You'll remember him now.
I know. Go on, Shaw. I've always rated you, son.
Try and reverse
Martial
psychology
going
now.
through.
Oh,
Oh, your pass was on there.
No!
Oh, no!
Oh my God.
For fuck's sake.
Wasteful. That was a waste.
Waste. Martial somehow managed to...
The work that lad just did.
Yeah, Martial got about 4 players around him, managed to dig it out of his feet. He comes to Marcus with his
Why
back
didn't
to
he
goal.
go?
Why didn't he pass
He
that
lays
back
it off
to
to
Fred?
Pereira.
He should have gone for Bissaka the other side.
Oh, look at Fred going mad there at Rashford.
I like that though about Fred, that he's not afraid to kick off a little bit.
Someone's put Lingard man of the match. I was about to say. That's why we took him on after 60 minutes resting for the cup game. We needed
Preserve him, yeah, for Wolves. Oh, I can't even think about that. You've just reminded me.
What?
What, that we're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup in the
Don't.
third round?
Someone's put Rashford is still in Christmas jumper dream world. Yeah, aren't we all?
Sounds like a good shot.
Yeah.
Guys, get involved in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. Let us know what you think of the game so far. Obviously, it's not great. What has been the problem tonight? Why haven't United turned up? Is it all about a certain French midfielder that we won't mention being missing?
He who must not be named.
Or have the players who are playing got to take some responsibility? Because we've had, by my reckoning, about 6 or 7 crap performances.
I mean, did we really expect anything else with Motty in midfield?
Stop the Pogba talk, it's boring now. And I've just read that out. So, sorry, but yeah, I will.
Yeah, right, okay.
Rashford had an easy pass to Fred. To be fair, I do like Fred, but his shooting is absolutely terrible. So I don't blame Marcus 100% for not wanting to pass to him. I'd swap Shaw for a cup of tea. I'll give you a cup of tea if you swap Shaw for anyone.
Just a useless foul for Maguire there again.
We're going to win the league.
I think I'd swap Luke. I think I'd swap Luke Shaw for a bag of shite. I think I'd swap Shaw for a bag of shite at this rate, for Christ's sake.
Literally everyone says the same thing. Who are we going to sign? Madison and Sancho. Not a great advert for anyone to come to United tonight, to be honest with you.
Listen, watch him play against Arsenal. This is a team you ought to play for.
I know.
No.
He's playing an
get forward now.
Lindelof was caught there as he was bringing the ball out of defence, and the referee he saw it and played an advantage.
Ref, was none of that
right,
foul.
Come on, he pushed him there. That is shocking, that. Fred, again. Fred's been our best player. I'm sorry, he has. Seriously. There's only him, I think, who can proper hold his head high. I think he's played well, but the rest, it's just, it's been between mediocre and just garbage.
Aaron's been not as bad as everyone else. Aaron, my mate Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron. No, he's been alright, to be fair.
I think we need to do like some kind of little documentary series of me, like the road to meeting Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Is he your mate?
I wish he was my friend.
Mason trying to conjure something.
Then he can link up me and Pereira finally.
Man United should sign the whole Arsenal squad. Lol. Chloe loves Kyle. Says someone else.
Listen, we save all that for Valentine's Day. We'll do your shout outs around the February.
Ole will buy Longstaff and Declan Rice with the Pogba money. I'm not really into either of them signings, if I'm being honest. That just stinks of Brexit FC. You know what I mean? Oh, they're English, let's buy him. I mean, Declan Rice, someone was saying 90 million quid for him, which is a fucking joke.
No.
Yeah, absolutely mental, that. If he's worth 90 million and I'm worth a bag of Freddos.
If he's worth 90 million, Andy Maguire's worth 80. Pereira on the ball there.
Oh, you see that Cruyff turn then?
Cruyff
that was
turn,
world class, that.
Pereira doing bits. Luke Shaw getting forward here now.
No, is he fuck?
No,
he's just giving the ball away like he usually does, the big lump of lard.
It's not. It's just so annoying.
Haaland
didn't want to come to us. What makes you think Madison and Sancho are coming with the manager? He won't attract the players we need.
I don't think it's fair to put the blame on Ole.
I mean, it's weird because at one hand you're saying it was the club's decision that they didn't want to buy him because of
like image rights and all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
they wanted it. They apparently the Real wanted to have the buyout clause. I wanted a buyout clause in it, and they wanted to be able to decide when to sell him, or something sort of went on that the club weren't into. But I don't know. I think had we got Haaland, it would have been a boost for everyone because you think, oh, we've got this great player everyone was talking about. But on the other hand, it could stump Mason Greenwood's progress because you're going to have a 19-year-old striker, and you think that eventually that's what Greenwood's going to be.
Look at him now, he's walking right along the side of the pitch and coming off there. They're just being shithouses, aren't they?
Kolasinac has come off for Saka.
It's been shit, this. Do you know what? I feel like I'm to blame because I've come back to doing the watch-alongs. We've not done one for
Well, to be
few
fair,
weeks, so.
it is par for the course because when do United win 3 on the trot?
That's true.
We've not done that since, is it January or something? Not January. It might February, I think.
Well, the last game I did was a derby, and we played amazing. So I just thought maybe we'd keep that going.
How wrong we all were.
United are the Buccaneers of the Premier League. Probably are. What does that tell you? Who's the owners of the Buccaneers? Exactly. Oh, Marcus. A side-footed pass there across the box. He's just gone nowhere. United just not really. We've not really tested the keeper, which is the frustrating thing. We've had a couple of shots that have been straight at him.
Oh, that's better.
Fred coming in.
Oh,
he should have gone down there, son.
Referee.
no. What? What's he pointing to? I'm confused.
Right, it's not a free kick. It's not a penalty. Wan-Bissaka went down in the box. The Arsenal players are going mad because they're saying he dived. See, Fred could have gone down there, I thought, and got a free kick. Right, I don't know. I think that's a penalty. I think Aubameyang steps across him.
Watched it.
Right, Warren Wan-Bissaka takes a touch. He flips it over.
Steps on his foot a bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's. But no, I don't think he's giving it. No, he's not.
No, of course he hasn't. We're not called Liverpool. I thought that was a Stonewall pen.
I thought he clipped him. I thought Aubameyang clipped him.
Has he carried it on? What's going on here?
We've just seen pictures of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looking.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a
goal kick. Great.
I mean,
That was fun.
We've got VAR today, or what? Hey.
I know.
Absolutely.
I can't believe they didn't even check it.
No, I don't understand. I don't know why it wasn't checked, because to me it looked like a penalty. Alright, you can say I'm a completely biased Manchester United fan, which I am. But you think they'd at least check it, and I don't think they did.
No, it's a shambles, this VAR. Fucking get rid of it.
Well, did you see it? I was watching City for a bit before, paid a minute saying there was a situation where the ref blew the whistle, but then the VAR was for what happened after the ref had blown his whistle. So after players have stopped.
Shouldn't that? See what I mean? It's just.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about that incident, if you saw it, whether you think it was a penalty or not, and also whether you think United can get back into this game. Oh, unlucky there, Wan-Bissaka is just. Someone say no pen, mate, leave off. And then someone else say no, should be penalty. Listen, if there's any straws out there, we're going to clutch at them. Oh, look, Arsenal wasting a bit of time here now. Oh look, it's just come up on the screen. Liverpool v Sheffield United tomorrow. Great.
Well, I'm at the gym at 7 p.m. I know that tomorrow, so
I just can't.
Scheduled it on purpose.
I can't be doing with watching the Scousers lift the league title in May. I'm going to have to emigrate.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Knowing my luck, I'll go to a cave somewhere and I'll be next to a family of Scousers. Right.
A cave somewhere. What, Castaway style?
Yeah.
With Wilson.
That's a corner there. Man United just done. Do you know what? Man United this half has been alright. He's had a lot of the ball and he's trying to make things happen.
He's not been horrific.
Yeah. He was just in the first half. He was terrible. Crap, guys. No pen. He was looking for it. Left his leg hanging out. Big cross coming in. No. Lindelof tries to win it. Fred again. He's under it. He's
Go on,
lad.
Lad.
Fred. Yes, we get a throw in. Don't
I
foul
love
throw
Fred's
it. Don't
urgency
foul
at the
throw
minute.
it. Right, good lad.
I find it amazing that professional footballers can't do a throw in. It's like
But you watch how many times they foul throw it.
It's like the easiest thing to do.
They get away with it all the time. The best one, I remember Anderson once doing a basketball throw on a throw-in. You literally went like it went.
Oh, that's alright.
Mason Greenwood! Oh! Best effort of the game so far that for United. Greenwood there on his left foot. It was relatively, alright, it's not a fairly easy save, but it's still our best effort. Greenwood there. He's gone for the near post. I think he should have gone for the far post because the keeper would have struggled to get there, and had he got there, Marcus was waiting to hopefully tap it in. Martial's dog.
Great.
This game is definitely my Christmas present, LFC.
Great. Does Ollie not like Bailly? He's still injured, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't
he's
think
only just returned.
But you know what? He knows how to do an injury. Have we seen him at any Mark Anthony concerts? Have we seen him playing basketball? No, he's kept a low profile, as you should.
I think with Eric Bailly as well, you know he's injured because he gets injured, doesn't he?
In fact, I'm going to check his Instagram and see what he's been up to, because I bet you any money there's no on it.
Oh.
We're looking a bit more dangerous now. We're trying to attack him, aren't we?
Yeah. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's getting a little bit of joy on the right-hand side. Whips in a cross. It's a very good cross, to be fair, Aaron Wan-Bissaka there. And he's earned us a corner. But we don't score from corners.
See?
Can't actually remember the last time we
Absolutely
did.
nothing from Eric Bailly. Apart from he met up with Antonio Valencia. That's it. That's how you do an injury, let me tell you.
What's going on here?
I think the ref's having a word, because I think the Arsenal players were going mad. So Sokratis was going mad because he felt he got a nudge in the back when he headed that ball over, and the refs just told him to calm down and had a little word with him.
It's weird because we actually with no sound on, we sort of have to make it out a little bit.
Oh, it's cross from the corner and Luke Shaw now. It's just, yeah.
How many assists has Luke Shaw got for Man United, out of interest? Because
I don't know.
you see the likes of Alexander-Arnold and Robertson.
Yeah, to be fair, I get where you're coming from. I do think Alexander-Arnold is a bit of a freak. I don't think it's fair to compare him to him, but he should be doing better than he's been doing. I don't think there's any denying that. Especially when you look at Brandon Williams against Burnley, who got an assist and was involved in the other goal. So, yeah.
Williams scored on his debut as well, didn't he, I'm sure?
I know he scored against Sheffield
What
United.
was that? Who was that to? Oh, wait.
Now, Arsenal players just gone down with cramp.
Funny
Who
how they always
cares?
get cramp when they're 2-0 up.
You're in that much pain yet you're having a good old chat, yeah. Okay. Oh, they're all hugging it out now. Great.
What are they hugging about?
God knows.
Why did they just randomly hug then? Ozil and Lacazette?
I don't know.
Because of weird.
Fucking hate Arsenal. Honestly. It's just, why are we getting beat off these?
I don't know.
Shaw for assist. What's this about? Scotland. People saying derogatory comments about Scotland rather randomly. I think someone had suggested that we should play football in Scotland. Someone said when Scotland becomes independent, Manchester can join Scotland as your football in England isn't good enough.
Right, okay.
Right, well, that's told us. Arteta got them training hard. Man's cramping in the 75th minute. Of course he is. Yeah, I don't see there's any issue with that. So, guys, don't forget to hit subscribe as well. We will put some links up. Give us a subscribe. Get involved in the comments. Like and share. We will have, after the game, Adam McCullough is at the Emirates with the Fancams.
I think
in all the reaction.
No matter what, however this game ends, there's going to be some decent fan cams because there's going to be a lot of opinions after this, whatever happens in it.
And I think we're going to hear a lot of things that rhyme with Bolly route.
Bolly out.
Even though I don't agree with that personally. Also, we'll have Howson a bit later on. He'll be doing a live, so you can chat to him. I think it's safe to say he'll have some things to say on this evening's football. Let's be honest, Man United have been rubbish all season and it's not going to change with Ollie's manager, says Gary Dale. I would argue that the results against City, Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs, even Liverpool, I know it's only a draw, but no one else has took points of them, show that we've not been rubbish all season, we've just been very inconsistent. And I think that is why what were we? 4 points off the top four? Or 5 points off the top four? So it's not disastrous, but it's not good enough.
Struggling to find the assist stat for Luke Shaw, like. Can't find it anywhere.
Is the one.
Yeah.
I think that tells you everything you need to know.
For a rainbow-coloured unicorn. Arsenal fans are jumping on the moon. I wish they were on the fucking moon. Where is Andy Tate? I want to watch Andy Tate. Andy Tate will be back this week. Don't worry. Andy Tate will have plenty to say about Paul Pogba.
I feel like that person was stomping the feet like you was the other day.
Andy Tate's got a few things to share. The thing with Andy Tate is he's not really been against Ollie. He's just been very angry towards certain players who aren't pulling the weight. Would you sell Greenwood?
No.
Why
Who's asked that?
Why is someone putting that into the universe?
Ratman has said that. I wouldn't sell Mason Greenwood for
£500 million.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell him for anything. I think that'd be the most mad decision the Glazers have ever done.
Which means it'll probably happen.
Mad one, yeah. But no, Mason Greenwood is a future star in my humble opinion.
What was going on?
Maguire there. Maguire, go on, son.
Oh, this is stressful.
Fred out on the edge of the box here. He's playing a through ball to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's done well to keep that in.
God,
no one attacking it. Just no one attacking the cross.
The trouble is, we've not really...
Can't deal with this.
got our players into this game properly. Our strikers into this game properly. And now Arsenal
Number
counter-attacking.
77, they're having a run.
Right, Maguire, get over.
Great.
We're lucky there because is it Nelson?
That one powerful.
No, not Nelson. I don't know who
There's
that
no
lad
power
is.
on that whatsoever.
Yeah, he did a glorified pass back, but Maguire was so slow there. I felt getting over. It didn't. I mean, maybe it was the angle, but it didn't look great. Mason Greenwood 30 yards out.
Oh God, that was a terrible. Do you know what?
That was a terrible pass.
Do you know what
back.
Mason Greenwood? I'd sell him. You know, I reckon.
Would you sell Rashford? I think he's just being silly now. Right, I wouldn't sell Rashford, Mason, or Arsenal in here. No. Right, you've got time.
Ignore that player that's on the floor.
Yeah.
Crack
right.
on, Pereira.
Pereira,
Run,
good, son.
run.
What is it?
Oh my
Right.
God, I've never seen a pass so slow.
God,
This
their
is
defenders
poor.
are sitting
I mean,
deep,
we're
aren't
just not pressing quickly enough.
There
We're
is
not
no
countering.
speed.
Woody
Go on,
Martin and
Marshall.
Fred just getting into picture now.
Oh, that
You know
was,
what?
again, it's like we're 2-0 up. Pereira gets the ball, acres of space in the middle of
As
the
a little
pitch.
jog.
Yeah, turns around, and there should be players going past him. There's no one there bombing forward. I don't know if it's fitness, whether it's effort, whether it's tactics, whatever. It's just not good enough. Oh, as if they've not got enough daft Barnetts on the pitch.
Hey, you was rating it before.
No, I don't like it anymore. Is it Ganduzi's coming on, is it? Is it Ganduzi? Matic for Mata.
You know what? I don't even care anymore.
I don't think that's going to do anything if I'm being brutally honest.
No.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope it, might
But
get a hat trick.
I like that Mata. I always feel like he comes on with a bit of enthusiasm though. I think just because I think he's a really nice person. I just like
Mata
to
is
think
the
that
nicest person
like,
in the
right,
world.
come on guys, you know.
I know, yeah.
Whereas really he's probably like, you're all shit, I hate you all. But like in my head he's buzzing, he's dead enthusiastic.
You see how he gifted everyone in the squad a copy of his own book?
Really?
I thought that was quite...
Yeah, he did, and he wrote little messages to them all. So,
Yeah,
but he
so-
wrote them in their languages. So he wrote like Pereira's in Brazilian, Portuguese. Oh my God, I need to go home. I need to go home Brazilian. That is probably the stupidest thing I've ever said.
He wrote Sergio Romero's in Argentina.
Oh, leave me alone. That's anyway,
that
yeah.
sums up the evening. That
yeah. Angelina is
inventing languages.
Yeah, inventing language. Listen, Brazilian could be.
I'll tell you what. I wonder why I just got blank tapes when I sent off for that course in Brazilian language.
Now it's a new language I'm actually creating.
Yeah, right.
Watch
Esperanto.
this. Me and Mata are creating it together. So.
Brazilian, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is horrible. This is just horrible. Ganduzi's come on. 81 minutes in, as you can probably see. And I just don't see how Manchester United get any way back into this game. I think if we got a goal within the next couple of minutes, you could think, okay, we can get a draw. But I just don't see us getting a goal. I don't really think we've threatened enough at all. We haven't had one really clear-cut chance. We've had a couple of half chances, shots from outside the box, but just not been good enough. Been our worst performance. I'd say it's even probably worse than Watford. It's been our worst performance for a little while, if I'm being honest.
It's been shocking. But, I mean, I sort of didn't expect much more with that midfield.
Yeah.
You couldn't have expected it to be brilliant, enforcing creative midfield, could you?
No. No, not really.
Oh, he's completely...
Someone's saying FC United and Manchester play better football. I'm struggling to defend this team at the minute, if I'm being honest. So, we need a director of football. Get Patrice Evra, says Jesse. Right. I like Patrice Evra, but from what I've been told about the director of football role is that he was linked with, it isn't a proper director of football role in the way that City have got Siggy Baggett-Stan.
Yeah, because Woodward won't relinquish his responsibility.
Yeah, well, apparently there's a team of him that have a say on transfers that won't relinquish it. It's like a few of them, and it's the director of football wouldn't be the director of football.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, Martial there. Martial's almost made things happen. He's just not quite.
Chris Roberts at the top there actually defending me. Thank you, Chris.
Brazilian Portuguese is different to Portuguese. It's still Portuguese.
Thank you.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
thanks for trying to defend me, Chris. Cheers.
Do you know what I mean? Like, fair enough.
We'll just give it you then. Don't know who that was to, but there you go. We're just shite, aren't we?
Arsenal counter-attacking.
Oh.
We're not going to be doing a man of the match, by the way.
No.
If we were, it'd probably be Fred. or
Yeah.
an Arsenal player.
Yeah. Oh, for United, I'd say
give it
Fred.
to Martial just for pushing Pepe.
Yeah.
That's how bad it's been.
It's so frustrating though. Rashford, what is wrong today, lol? He's not had a great game, to be fair.
He's not done much. He's been really quiet all game, hasn't he?
FC United, a third. I went today. Good. Love FC United.
Broadhurst Park
We
in
had
Moston.
George Baker on a few months ago on the channel. We aren't attacking faster, plus we lose our first game in 2020 because didn't play like Liverpool or say. Oh yeah, we've lost our first game in 2020. I almost forgot that. Hopefully it's not,
Great start to the
not
new
the way,
decade.
not a sort of indicator of how things are gonna carry on.
Well, let's hope when it's 20... New decade, same old shite.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to get that tattooed on me.
Need it. At least in the last decade, we won some titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were some good memories,
2
weren't
titles
there?
and a few trophies.
It's bad though how Fergie has won all that still. You know what I mean? I could forget that was still this decade. Well, last decade.
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Looks like Arsenal are going to keep clean sheet against us too. This game makes me miss Eric Djemba. Sancho, come to United, please.
Djemba so good they named him twice. Cause
Exactly.
remember him?
Yeah,
What
Dave,
move?
I remember seeing a midfield once. I think it was Djemba, Kleberson, and Bellion. I think was up front as well. It was one of the worst United teams I've ever seen. And we still won trophies.
So was a genius,
That
didn't
we
it?
did.
Yeah, I can't remember that myself, to be fair.
Ollie is looking.
Ollie looks like he's aged about 10
He
years.
looks
in the
unwell,
last-
doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He looks like the guy that's been bitten by the zombies.
He looks like he probably went out last night.
Meanwhile, Arteta's.
Arteta just looks fresh. He's buzzing. He's got his barnet there, nicely combed.
Perfect.
Very nice.
A hairline I could only ever dream of.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? John Mitchell says, "He who shall not be named, a French midfielder, is off. Deal already agreed." Is it? Is it really? Oh, that's just a hopeful ball, and Arsenal sit out. The trouble with this is we haven't really tested Arsenal, and there's weaknesses in that defence. David Luiz has always got a mistake in him. Half the other defenders are bang average, but we're not getting at him. We've not really pushed him, and we've had no midfield midfield and attack link up play at all. Really, do you know what I mean? It's just been poor. Fred does a good turn there, gives it to Mata. United trying to work something. This is it. If you want to draw now, we need a goal out of this move. To be honest with you. Maguire.
Pass it forward.
I know. Why did you hesitate there, Maguire? Give it to Lindelof. Could have given it to Fred 30 seconds ago.
I like what he tried there, Fred.
And he's tried to win it back. Oh no.
Does that come off our own player for a... Oh no, it's a corner.
Fred's like, don't worry guys, I've got this corner.
We are nothing short of shocking. Yep, I agree. We are. Short corner. Pereira out to Mata. Mata crosses it in. No one attacking that.
it.
That was a decent cross, and no one is attacking it.
Pereira, where the hell did that ball go? At least Matt's trying to make something happen. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Stick.
Oh, it's going to be a 50-50 with Fred and Aubameyang. Oh, no, Aubameyang's got skipped past him. This could be a third for Arsenal. He's overhit it, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Maguire just sailed in from somewhere.
Maguire did well there, to be fair to him. Oh, now he's almost trying to give it away.
Yeah.
Lindelof's going to kick off.
Right. Marcus Rashford's got it all to do here.
No.
It's not been Mason's day. This is why I don't like, in many ways, bringing on with 30 minutes to go. Because he does have that thing sometimes. It's the pace of the game. There's lots of him to come on to. I would have rather him come on at half time, but hindsight is a wonderful thing. More points dropped against another small team. Exactly. Arsenal part the bus and attack on the break. Arsenal have turned up today. United haven't. It's that fucking simple. And you can look at tactics. You can look at, whatever sort of system we're playing or how Arteta's brought in his philosophy and how it compares well. But the fact of the matter is, one team looks up for it and the other team doesn't. Peter Higgins says Rashford is just another Zaha. No, he's not. Is he really?
Nah.
He scored 15 goals in 25 games so far this season. I don't think he's really, another Wilfried Zaha. I don't think he's ever scored that many goals. Wilfried Zaha. Januzaj's better than Lingard. What do you reckon, Ange? You're the expert on Januzaj.
No comment.
Hey.
What was the question actually? Sorry.
Someone said Januzaj's better than Lingard. Do you agree with that? It's a bit unfair to ask you that, because you're biased. You're always going to say that, aren't you? Hey.
No comment.
Right,
no.
okay. Yeah.
Am I missing something?
We'll tell
Let's
you.
just say,
Go on.
Angelina. You can tell Angelina's got a lot of integrity because she didn't sell a story to the papers when she went out for a date with Januzaj many years ago.
Many years ago.
And he didn't cut it. Apparently, it was a bit boring, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did not cut it.
And that was the end of his United career, funnily enough. He was that broken-hearted that he stopped playing well.
I actually think that was it. The times coincided.
Did he start seeing you when he scored those goals against Sunderland? And that was the end of that, wasn't it? After that, he did get one against England in the World Cup, though. Fair play.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Lingard.
That's what he was doing. That was for you, Andy.
Yeah. Did you not see the T-shirt underneath his Belgium side?
Please take me back. We've got to fight for this love, as Cheryl Cole said.
I love how far we've took this, honestly. I feel like you could take it further, Jay.
Yeah, we can, you know me.
Fight for this love.
It's going to be, stood outside your house playing Fight for This Love by Cheryl Cole. Love you, Ange. Right, sorry.
We could have been like, Cheryl and Ashley, couldn't we?
Salford's version of Charlotte. He's from Salford. He's from Belgium, innit?
Yeah,
forgive me. Januzaj's like Lingard without the pace. We're getting a bit down a Januzaj rabbit hole here, aren't
we need to bounce back from this.
If we lose our next game, Ollie out, Pochettino in, says Ben. I don't agree with that. Actually, a very good second half from Harry. I would like to see more of him bringing the ball upfield. I don't think the second half has been that bad from United. The problem is, you got to remember, Arsenal's 2-0 up. So Arsenal don't need to attack as much. They can sort of let you have a bit more of the ball, which they have done. But you need to create more, and we're not doing that. And now, just as I'm speaking, Arsenal are breaking.
Aubameyang on the ball on the left.
Well, Matt did well there, actually. Right, counter. Just get a goal, get a bit of pride. Jesse Lingard's last 29 games, no goals, no assists. We've established that Jesse Lingard's been poor. Even Darren Ferguson will be shocked how poor it is. Someone said I'd start a kindergarten before starting Lingard.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, a kindergarten. No.
Oh, right, sorry.
I thought it like they'd start their own little school or something. They were going into a new business. Oh, dear.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, or Aaron as you like to call him, has had a lot of the ball this half.
Adam?
Aaron.
Oh, they said Adam. I was like, don't get his name wrong. How dare you?
Well, do you know what? I hate all that. David Luiz G'ing up the crowd. You're 2-0 up in the 91st minute.
Shut up.
Do you know what I mean?
And his hair does look shit.
Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah. You want to do that? Do it when it's 0-0 or when you're 1-0 down.
Yeah. Idiot.
He's a dickhead, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's just absolute rubbish. Guys, get involved in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe as well. If you're not giving us a subscribe, please do. There should be a link in there. All your support is appreciated. We will have Adam McCullough with the Fancams from the Emirates, and I'm guessing there'll be a few Manchester United fans with a few things to say about tonight's.
We've had plenty to say, so I imagine those that are there will do.
We'll also have Howson. Yeah, someone's saying what will Howson say about Shaw. Howson will be on the channel later with a live.
Oh.
How's he missed that? The ball was floated in there to Marcus, and I thought he was going to get a goal.
That's a foul.
Free kick. This is probably going to be our last chance, or there might be one.
You know what? We've lost it, but even if we got one goal.
One matter here with a great ball. Oh, and I think Marcus.
That was
He's watching the flight of the ball. I think he needs to go across the keeper.
Fred, Pereira, and Maguire seem to all be stood near that.
Why is Marcus not on this?
Good question. Yeah, Pereira and Fred.
Pereira wants a birthday goal, don't they?
Yeah. Are having a good little natter over this one. Oh, they're putting their hands over their mouths to talk about it. It's that serious, guys. Why Marcus Rashford is not involved, I will never know.
Similar distance to his Southampton goal, wasn't it, though, Pereira?
Oh, what?
And if that is not the reason why you don't let him take those kind of free kicks or any, wasteful.
It's been a tough watch. It's been a tough day, this.
We'll allow
Why,
him.
right? Why is Juan Mata not taking that?
I know.
Juan Mata.
You got Juan Mata and Rashford there.
Juan Mata's
Even
got
Pereira.
the second best goals, the free kick record behind Beckham in Premier League history.
Hey, that's a good stat. That.
And it's tailor-made for a left footer, 25 yards out.
Joke that.
Absolute shambles. Worst performance of the season is tonight. Seriously, it's worse than fucking Newcastle away. Just didn't turn up at all. And I don't care how many midfielders we're missing. The players on the pitch have got to do better.
That was a disgrace, that.
Full
Arsenal
time.
celebrates full time. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. Where do you start with that? Just wasn't good enough at all. Second best all night. Pepe got the opener and then they get another goal. I can't remember.
It was just before half time, wasn't it?
It was Socrates? Was it?
Arteta's first win as well as Arsenal on it.
It's his second game, yeah, and his first win. Chelsea beat him last week, and then we lose. Someone said, "Can any of you get a campaign getting Lingard out of the club? Why not? No, you know what? Lingard wasn't good enough today, and he's not been good enough for a long while. And I think even he'll admit that.
It's not
but
just
it's not
him,
just
though.
him. I'm not defending him because he was terrible, but so was a lot of other players.
There were a
And
lot
why
of
are
other
we so
people
weak?
at
Why are we
fault.
relying on the Man United? Sorry, I'm switching that. Go on, Ange.
No, I was just saying, like, I can't remember what I was saying now. I'm that upset. I was just like, he's not the only issue. There's a lot of other people that need to be taking responsibility, not just Jesse Lingard.
No, you're right.
It's like you said though before, like, I mean, we shouldn't be starting with players like Matic and things, but that's down to the board not getting replacements in. I mean, you'd have had Ander Herrera there instead if he'd have stayed, but instead we offered the likes of Smalling and Phil Jones contract increases and didn't, and said to Herrera.
Someone's asking player ratings for United.
All 4 out of 10 apart from Fred.
I'd give De Gea. I blame him for the goal. People may disagree. I do. I'd give him a 4, maybe a 5 actually. 5 for that. I think he should have done better. Wan-Bissaka.
Probably a 6.
Yeah,
6.
maybe a 6. The
Didn't
rest.
really do anything much wrong.
Lindelof.
5.
5.
No,
Maguire a
Maguire
4.
a 4.
Maguire, one of the worst players on
Shaw a 4.
Yeah.
Maybe a 3.
Matic.
4 again.
I'd say 5.
I thought second half. Yeah, I'm with you,
Yeah.
Callum. He would have been a 4. I think second half was a bit
Second
better.
half he was better, yeah.
He was
Well,
probably a
I'll give him a
4
5.
out of 10 first half, 6 out of 10 second half. So I'll give him a 5.
Give him a 5.
Fred, I give a 7.
Yeah.
He's our best
Yeah.
player.
Lingard, obviously, no.
4.
not even, yeah.
I
I think
4.
Oh, that was so awkward. Then that guy in the tunnel went to give Arteta a fist. What, mate? I can't even speak. Went to
respect.
So
spud
that
him.
Brazilian you've been talking.
went to spud him and he high-fived him.
He went to what? Spudding?
Yeah, spud.
So he went like that.
And he just went.
That's well awkward, isn't it? Right. You know what I mean?
That guy with the glasses there. Sorry,
The
we
thing
were doing
is, right, Mesut
play rates.
Ozil, people go, Ozil's back to his, but I don't think he did that much today.
He didn't do anything today.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just deflating. Sorry, we're doing the ratings. Marcus,
Marcus, I'd probably say 5. I don't think he did much.
probably his worst game for a little while. Anthony Martial, I thought was slightly better than Marcus, give him a 6.
Just for that push.
Yeah, Daniel
Daniel
Just leave a
James.
5.
got the free kick in the first 3 minutes and then went missing, didn't he?
Yeah.
They had a side-footed shot that was, I think you said it was deflected, wasn't it? The shot that I thought was he picked the wrong option. So, all right, yeah. Some people getting in the comments. Well, Michael Thompson said, "Lost one game. Come on." We do have to be a little bit rational here because we lost against Watford and everyone was all out. We had a good win against Newcastle and we had a good win against Burnley. Now we've gone to Arsenal. We're missing McTominay. We're missing.
He must not be named.
He must not be named Voldemort. So yeah, it isn't good enough, and we've lost these players. But we still should have a team good enough to turn up better than we did tonight. But
Considering
I just
how
find
poor
this
they are.
whole bust and ban thing with Ollie, like Ollie out as soon as we lose, just fucking ridiculous.
It's a bit it's the Twitter brigade, isn't it, going on and losing the.
You know what? He's responsible for a lot of things, but when players don't turn up like that, he's not working their feet for them. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much he can do.
Yeah, I agree.
You'd expect Rashford to have a great game. He's maybe not had the best game. That's not just Ollie's fault.
No.
There's a lot of components that go into it. So it is unfair to just, have a go at him every single time. It's an easy thing to do rather than look at the actual issues. Just blame him.
No, I know. It just seems to be the same issues all the time, but constantly blaming Ollie isn't the problem. You can't
Guys,
keep blaming him.
just before we wrap up, get involved in the comments. Let you think if there's any positives tonight. Can anyone see anything that they thought, okay, it wasn't great, but at least this happened, or at least that? Because it just seems very negative, and it's difficult at times, or it's easy, at times like this, to be sort of very emotional and to be too sort of despondent, and you think, right, that's it. Looking at the table now, United are 5 points off 4th place. It's just that though. 6 losses. Get it right. 6 losses
wins.
out of 21. Fucking hell.
Only positive I could think of was probably Fred. I thought Fred was really good.
Yeah, well said.
And I will say that when Mata came on, I wish he would have been on a little bit longer because he did create 1 or 2 decent little balls.
He did, to be fair, yeah. No, yeah, I'd agree with that.
And I think as much as people do have a go at him because he's too old or he's crap or he writes in Brazilian and all that stuff, sometimes when he does make those when he makes those appearances, comes off the bench, he does.
He has the ability to make a little bit of a difference.
He can change things. He does have the odd decent little ball here and there, which is better than half of them on the pitch today. So
it was weird because, despite his age, Matic I thought played better in the second half than the first half. I thought the first half he was pretty poor. The second half he came into it a little bit, and I think if he had kept them levels up, when he saw them levels in the first half, he might have had a chance. Because in the first half, other than Fred, it was like we had no midfield. Lingard was fucking non-existent. Matic was pretty much non-existent. Then also, doesn't matter if you're Sir Alex Ferguson or if you're managing the Red Lion. If your players make individual errors, there's not much you can do for that as a manager.
Yeah,
and
it's not Ollie's fault that.
It's not Ollie's fault. Harry Maguire plays everyone on side and Luke Shaw's in no man's land. It's not Ollie's fault that, for me, people might disagree, that David De Gea doesn't command his area better and deal with the pressure. So, yes, Ollie does have to take his fair share of the blame, and tactically, I think he got it wrong playing Shaw ahead of Brandon Williams. But some of these errors, I mean, Harry Maguire, did anyone not want us to get Harry Maguire? Did anyone say, I don't want Harry Maguire? People are fucking saying it now, but I didn't hear many people saying keep Smalling at centre-back.
No, I know.
And like you were saying, he's gone to Italy and doing really well. That doesn't mean that he's better than Maguire.
No.
And it certainly doesn't mean that everyone saw this coming and said, we should keep Smalling.
Everyone called
was
for
defending
Smalling
last year. Getting penalties, I was saying after Paris, he didn't get enough credit. People going, that's the only good performance and all this. Now it's like people are having rose-tinted glasses with him.
100%.
So, yes, it isn't good enough, but also there are mitigating circumstances where you've had individual errors that aren't Ollie's fault. Now, Ollie's got to get these players in a fucking room and have a word with them and say, Lingard, if you've got seriously, if you want a future at Manchester United, you can't just dine out on past glories, man. Do you know what I mean? He probably picked him tonight because of what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Thinking that it would maybe give him a bit of a confidence boost or something.
And he just did not fucking show up at all. And
that was his chance to take that while Pogba was gone, and he didn't take it at all.
So that's, you got to look at him, you got to think, right, he's got to step up. Maguire, I give you the captain's armband, I've spent a lot of money on you. You're fucking in your 4th or 5th season in the Premier League now. You're not a novice. Fucking step up to it, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Matic, if you're not going on a transfer, you're playing, you fucking turn up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as for Pogba, I'm sorry, we're going to have to say something about him. If he don't want to be here, let's just take a fucking pay cut then and get rid of him for what we paid for him. We got 90 million quid for him. We've not lost any money. We've had 5 years.
We'll get that.
3 years out of him. It's because the board are digging in the heels saying we want 130 million because, Coutinho went for 145 million and fucking Pogba's a star and we might just have to bite the bullet here because at the minute we're in no man's land. We've got a player who doesn't want to be here that we're relying on, and we can't go out and replace him because we haven't got the money from selling him. So I think there's some tough decisions to be made, not just by Ollie, but above Ollie as well. We're going to start wrapping it up now, guys. Do get involved in the comments. Do stay tuned to Full Time Devils. We will have Ollie. Ollie?
Will we?
We'll have Ollie.
We'll have Adam.
We'll have Adam. At the Emirates, and we'll also have Stephen Alson doing a live in about half an hour's time, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. I've been Jay, you'll see me on Full Time Devils all the time, obviously. Angelina, where can people find you?
Just on social media, just Angelina Kelly in some way, yeah.
And Cal, where can people find you?
Just on Twitter again at _CalStone. You'll find me there, and probably on a few watch-alongs in the future as well.
Yes, no, don't you fucking worry about that, son. Yes. I've been Jay. This has been the Full Time Devil Arsenal United watch along. Not a great night for Manchester United, but We've been through worse. We'll bounce back, I'm sure. Thanks for watching.